Good evening, and welcome back to the Summer Game Awards Fest 3 for 2026. I'm your host, Keigh Geoffley, and I've leveraged all my gaming connections to bring you a show full of new reveals, remake announcements, and trailers for games that were revealed 5 years ago that you forgot about and will get excited for like you never heard about it because you're all a bunch of consumer sheep. I'm so excited to celebrate this industry that is in a new golden age thanks to the rise of AI. Being a gamer has never been more affordable, game developers have never had more job security, and the CEOs of every brand know exactly what they're doing. Don't question it. Now, let's get on with the show. Hey, Justin, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man? On a cigar, we're just hanging out tonight, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, he rented out the theater again, so we'll just kind of hang out back here. We can kind of listen in on some of the bigger announcements if we want.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
that's what we do, I guess.
It is.
Listen to things.
We listen to things.
Yeah.
And then people in turn listen to us.
It's weird. What a weird system.
It is a weird system. Sometimes I don't know why people put up with us, but here we are.
Yeah.
To slightly drop kayfabe for just a split second for anybody who's new. This is what we do every year.
Yeah.
Keigh Geoffley is up there doing his thing. And then
we just hang out.
We just hang out backstage and we talk about Summer Game Fest and related not E3 stuff that has been going on. Last week we already covered the Sony State of Play because that happened before we recorded last episode.
Did. Yeah.
This will cover the rest of it, or at least like we're basically covering like the big things. So Summer Game Fest,
right?
Xbox Showcase, Nintendo Direct, and then I did want to take a minute at the end. There's a bunch of stuff that I watched today. Kind of just doing little mop up stuff, not actual showcases, just trailers.
Sure.
And then I added a bunch of stuff to my wish list that I just wanted to talk about to like let people know, like, hey, maybe go check this out because there a couple of them have demos that are available right now.
Oh, cool.
Also, just like some of them are like, this might be a thing that is a dark horse type of thing. So we start off with Summer Game Fest, which and I should also say, I didn't grab everything that was at all of these showcases.
Yeah.
We have what we like, and there's stuff that we just don't give a shit about. So took most of that stuff out, unless I had to like something specific that I wanted to say about something.
Yeah, I don't need to talk about the Among Us television show
exactly.
Or the story for Among Us. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't.
They announced
care.
A sequel to Cuphead, and also like this new master system game for Cuphead. But I was like, okay,
right.
I mean, that's literally all they said, and I don't care that much about Cuphead. There you go. We talked about it. Like that's really all
we did. It. Yeah, it exists. I'm happy for Cuphead people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play Cuphead 2 when it comes out. I liked the first one enough. I didn't finish it, but but it's not something that I necessarily need to like go in deep on. Unlike let me before we get into like the actual games, I would like to say, and we kind of talked briefly before the show, but we're on the same page, Justin, which is that of the stuff we're about to talk about tonight, this was my favorite show.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
In fact, I watched everything in a weird order. I watched the Xbox games thing live when it happened. I watched, because it was Sunday, what the hell else was I doing? I watched the Nintendo one when I got home from work. And then I watched Summer Games Fest. And up to that point, I was kind of like, I'm really kind of bummed by everything I've seen thus far. Like, nothing has really gotten like me giddy about video games that I've watched. And I'm kind of I was really bummed up to this, like up to watching this. And then I was like, video games are still all right. That's good. Thank God.
I think, especially if the last thing before you watched the Summer Games Fest that was in your head was the Nintendo Direct, because that was super not for us.
Yeah, no, it was not. Yeah, I mean, the Xbox One, when we get there, there was most of the stuff that was on it. I was like, yeah, this is for another type of gamer that really isn't me personally.
That or it's stuff that we've seen
or that
over and
we've
over.
Seen. Right, yeah, because like I said, we'll get to it, but like there were certain things I was like, yeah, I've seen this, I know, I'm gonna play it, but
not as
I'm
much
good.
in terms of like holy shit reveals,
right?
Because and to their credit, right, those came like in the last couple years, right? So
sure, yeah,
there's like a couple at each of them that are kind of like, oh wow, that's surprising, but definitely the Summer Games Fest had the most. But the thing that I wanted to say before we kind of get into the actual games themselves is I have been really impressed with what Geoff Keighley has been doing, both with the Game Awards and Summer Game Fest every year.
Right.
But also I'm really, really hoping that he can convince the industry as a whole to just come under his umbrella, and let's just make an approximation of E3 again, because I like that very concentrated 3-day blast of here's everything instead of this weird trickle that happens over the course of about 3 weeks. Because there was all we didn't get into it, but there was also stuff that had been like revealed or talked about in the last couple of weeks, right? Like weirdly, like I mentioned this an episode or two ago, but like they just like said like, yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4.2 or whatever. Like they did the trailer and everything. It's like, why didn't you have that at the Xbox thing? Like, that's so strange.
Why would we do that? Yeah. It was odd.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then there will be more stuff after we record this episode that's going to be coming out, right?
Oh, fun.
Fucking Nintendo was like, we have more to show you about Zelda later. And it's like, why isn't it here? Why later?
Why would it be here?
Yeah.
Why would it be here? That's crazy.
It's So and
we
again,
just want to tell you that it's coming out.
We should go back to live in-person press conferences. There's just an energy missing from these direct style things,
which Keighley does to his credit.
Keighley does, and you can feel it. The energy's in the room.
It's great. Yeah, there's crowds cheering. It's nice. Like it's like, oh yeah, people were excited about that. Good.
Yeah. That's what you need, right? It's a lot like I remember when I've only been to Las Vegas once. And I went with a friend who used to go to Vegas all the time. And it was right after they had changed to like the paper vouchers. And she was like, the sounds aren't there anymore. It's so quiet. Like it used to be that like you would hear people hitting on the slot machines and that would get you really excited, and it's just so sterile now. And I was like, that's a really good point, actually. And that's kind of the thing here is like, you need that kind of, when you hear people like losing their shit, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's nice to like get an idea. Oh, people are excited for that. That's good. Yeah. That's really cool. Like, even if I'm not into it, I'm like, oh, but other people like that. That's good. Good for them. You know, like.
There used to be that one lady who would lose her shit for every Elder Scrolls Online announcement at the Xbox press conference.
Yeah.
Like Giant Bomb used to call her out every year.
Yep. They probably brought her in specifically for that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. If she wasn't like part of the team or whatever, but it was you always hear her, right? It was fun. And you would get like, was some of it like cringy? Absolutely. But
absolutely.
You kind of need a little bit of cringe for the video game industry.
It's video games. Yeah.
Like we shouldn't, I try not to take this stuff too seriously, even though it is my entire brand and identity.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I gotta say, to Jeff's credit, he began and ended this show with bangers that people were not expecting.
Yeah, for sure.
Kicking things off with Resident Evil Veronica.
Nice.
A remake of Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Yep.
I have to say, I did not clock this as a Capcom game, which is cool because usually I can kind of tell just by the art style that it's a Capcom game.
Yeah.
This, I had no idea what it was. And then when it said Veronica, I was like, afterwards, I was like, wait, hold on. I don't know how I feel about this because this isn't anything that happens in Code Veronica, and I don't know what this is. And then they said in an interview that entire scene is not even in the game.
No, it's not.
It's just a tone
I had to think about it. Yeah, I had to think about it. Like how Code Veronica started. Like, because
with one of the most badass cutscenes you've ever seen.
Right. Yeah.
The one where
Yeah.
Claire is running from the helicopter, and then like all of the umbrella guards like pull their guns on her, and she puts her hands up, but then she drops her pistol and like drops to the ground in slow motion.
Right. Yeah.
Shoots those canisters. Oh man, it's so good. At Game Fellas, we just had that running on a fucking loop.
As God intended, really. Yeah. It was great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, this is cool.
This is very cool.
I'm glad that they're still they're remaking kind of these older games and all that stuff. And they kind of have, man, what a fucking cadence they have. It's just like every year there's a new Resident Evil.
Pretty much. Every year or every two. There's been a couple skips, but not many skips.
Not many. No, yeah. Like they have a real good cadence for it. They're like they keep people excited for it all the time, which is important. Yeah. Like it's good. It's very good.
I know a lot of people are anti-remake and stuff like this, but like especially these remakes from Resident Evil, like it has brought an entire new legion of fans that had never played Resident Evil before.
Yeah.
And made a whole new host of mega fans.
Right.
And I'm glad that it's Code Veronica, because the big rumor had been Resident Evil 0. I still maintain that you should not remake Resident Evil 0. I think you let that just fall off the canon.
Yeah, 0.
Rebecca having all of that shit happen to her before
doesn't make any sense.
There, it's too much.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this. I still would like them to remake 1, mainly just to bring the gameplay up to the standards of the others, but also
I agree.
They've done a really good job of tying all of the stories together with new threads, and 1 is now the outlier.
Right.
And to me, it's still the most important, and it's still my favorite.
Yeah. I agree.
But Code Veronica is one of my favorites in the whole series, so I'm super excited for this.
That's cool. Yeah. Seemed in first person, not but it might be both. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it, but looked like
I have a feeling that's just for that.
Might have been, yeah.
But actually, they might do what they did with Requiem, where it's like you can choose to play in first or third person, whatever you want to do. So we'll see. Actually,
yeah. It'll be interesting.
Can't wait to see more of it. And that's coming next year. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Dope.
Next is a game that I almost skipped because the name is so terrible. Gen Atlas is that new game from Ueda, the creator of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. It's like you're a person, you're a humanoid person with a gun, but then you also pilot this giant robot head.
Julian, it looked like a sad robot game. I'm into that. So
yeah, but I don't think the robots are actually sad. I think you just pilot them.
Project Robot. These robots might be sad, Julian. They look pretty depressed. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I think the people piloting them are depressed. So it might be more of an Evangelion thing going on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But it looked cool.
It looked very cool. Again,
I was into it.
Terrible title. Because like when I was looking at the list on Nextlander, I was like, oh, I could just skip that. And then I was like, wait. But then the thing is that I looked at the thing after and they mentioned what it was. I was like, oh no, that's actually important. I need to actually
that's
put
pretty
that on
important.
The list.
Yeah, it was a big one.
Yeah.
I thought it looked pretty cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, I very much looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
They had already announced Alien Isolation 2, I believe, but here they showed more of it.
Okay.
The big thing here is that in addition to having like your cramped colonized planet setup or whatever, there's also you're going to go out into the wilderness and stuff on this particular planet. So open and like open areas to possibly have to run from an alien is an interesting
Why
thing.
not? Yeah.
I didn't play the first one.
Nor did I.
I've always been turned off by like how long I know that game is. Like, it doesn't seem like a game that can sustain 30 hours, but I know it's 30 hours.
Like it may outstay its welcome, but I always thought how they did a lot of the stuff was very interesting. It's a game that I'm more fascinated by the making of it and how they did everything than the actual game itself. Like I don't want to play it. It looks scary to me.
Yeah.
But like the stuff behind how they did the alien stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Especially for the time that they made it,
Right. And that's the thing that I am interested in a sequel. It's like, there's been a lot of improvements in tech and like AI, like behavioral AI since then. So it's like, I want to see how that alien moves.
Yeah. Right.
Man. Okay. I should have put a note for this one because Blood Message was one I didn't remember. Oh no. Yeah. This is, Blood Message is a it's a Chinese made like kind of Soulsy type game.
Right. Yeah, this game kind of it did look interesting.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of two minds. I'm liking this Chinese flavor of Souls-likes because they also kind of integrate a little bit more of like character action to them.
Right.
Like Phantom Blade Zero looks awesome.
It does.
And it seems like it's more like, yeah, regular enemies aren't much of a issue for you, but then the bosses is where you have to lock in. And that's actually kind of more my speed.
Sure.
I kind of don't like it in like Souls games where it's like, man, the journey to get to this boss room was so fucking annoying, right? So we'll see. It's interesting to have like all these games coming from China just because it's like China didn't have much of a gaming legacy the way that like some other countries did like over the last 30 years, but it's like, where did y'all learn all this shit? Because your games look incredible. Like where you're all coming, and they're all like new studios. It's weird.
They got the money or something put into it. I don't know. But
well, you know, honestly, probably not one that I'm going to check out. I think Phantom Blade is more what I'm looking for. And then there was like another one. That looked, we'll get to there later.
We'll get there.
This was weird. They didn't really show much of Stranger Than Heaven, the new RPG game, but they did have a trailer that showed Snoop Dogg, which we already knew he was in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, then they just revealed Tupac. I was like, what is this game even, honestly?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm really torn on how I feel about this all of a sudden. I mean, I'm into it. It looks unhinged.
Yeah.
And I have to know. Like, all the stuff looks cool for it.
I'm so torn, right? Because the game itself is like, this is what I've been wanting since I first got into the Yakuza / Like a Dragon series. Is like, here you get to do the real Yakuza shit. Right?
Yeah.
You're killing people, right? It's violent.
Absolutely.
It's gritty. And also it takes place over different time periods. So that's also really neat. They still haven't confirmed or denied if it's tied in to Like a Dragon at all. Because it could very well be that like we see the formation of the Tojo clan in
it's possible
this story, or it's a totally different world. Who knows?
I'm gonna guess it's totally different somehow because that guy's no longer at that stuff, but I don't know.
And you'd think that they would have said by now, right? You'd want to have that connection for marketing purposes, but hard to say. So the Tupac stuff, I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Because like, you know, plenty of Japanese games have used dead actors in their games, right? Like Onimusha 2, my favorite Onimusha game, that the character or the actor that they used to play Jubei had already died at that point.
Right.
You know, we've been dealing with this for, it's not way longer than AI, right? This was like, this was happening in the 90s. I remember when, like, there was that Gene Kelly ad where he's dancing with Paula Abdul, right? You know, stuff like that. The here where it gets a little muddy is that what I've heard since is that when Snoop Dogg said that he works with Tupac's estate a lot, Tupac's estate is not actually Tupac's family. It's like some kind of scummy lawyer that took stuff out from under them.
Yeah.
So that sucks. And I also don't know why
that does suck.
RGG insists on putting real people into their games, because it's just caused more problems than solutions for them at this point.
Yeah. Quick question. Is this RGG?
This is RGG. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. I keep thinking it's the guy that's separated from it or whatever.
That was Gang of Dragon, which was negotiated.
That's where I'm getting confused. Okay. Yes. Understand.
And I don't know if you heard the shit with that. Basically, I forget who it was. It's not. It's one of those big money places that has like their hand in like almost every pie. It's not Embracer. It's a China. I think it's a Chinese based one. Shit. Tencent. Thank you. They basically didn't want to foot the bill for the game,
Good.
even though it was almost
Perfect.
done.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Nagoshi couldn't find additional funding, and then recently, like, the social media account for that game just vanished. And it's like, if you are a director of a super successful franchise that's been running for 20 years, who then goes out to make a new game that looks polished and
pretty good,
almost complete, and you can't get funding to finish your game, what the fuck are we doing? Because and that really broke my heart, because that game was looking incredible.
That sucks. And
it sounds like it's just not going to happen, and I don't understand what this industry is anymore.
Never say never.
Never say never. But it's not looking good.
They might just let it go away for a little bit, and then somebody will bring it back like next year or 2 years from now and be like, no, we did it. Microsoft or some weirdo company will fucking be like, no, we know you want this, so we did it.
Honestly, I think it would be a great thing for Capcom to pick up, and they could have
That'd be
like
cool.
their Like a Dragon
That'd
competitor.
Be dope. Yeah. Although they might want it. Well, if it's almost complete, then what the hell? Yeah.
Exactly. You just need to get it over the finish line and then market
basically.
it.
Yeah.
And again, it's like he's a star director, and he's known for a super successful franchise that only gets bigger with every game release. So it's like, if he can't get a game made, like, what chance is there for anybody? It's
really
so backwards. It's
wild.
Next, so there's this game that was revealed called Sand, Raiders of Sophie, and I only wanted to put it here because it's 100% Matt Jorgensen slop.
Sand, Raiders of Sophie. I feel like I remember this game.
It's like this post-apocalyptic. It looks like a Mad Max thing where you're making these giant, like, like quadrupedal mechs that are also but they're also like moving bases, so you can actually like modularly like build them, and then you fight in tank battles. It's so much Matt Jorgensen shit, and that's the only reason I want to talk about it, is just to call him out. Like,
that sounds like his kind of game.
So that then he can then in the Discord be like, that's my shit.
That's fair. Yeah.
Then next, they had a trailer for Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin.
Yeah,
which had been unveiled with just a logo 4 years ago, Justin.
I remember that now that you mention it.
Yeah, because it was in the last season of Nerds Without Pants when we were doing news. And all they had was a logo, but I was like, oh man, that's very exciting though, because I actually read The Last Ronin after that, and I was like, this could be a really cool video game. Yeah. All they had was a brief cinematic trailer for this and an announcement that Platinum Games is doing it. And I laughed so hard. I don't know what it is about these games based on comic books that are just in development hell. Don't forget, Justin, there was an Iron Man game announced. Yeah. There was a Black Panther game that got canceled.
Remember that? Yeah.
There's that Captain America and Black Panther game that was supposed to be out last fall. Yeah. That still has no release date and has never had an actual gameplay trailer shown. Yeah. There's the Blade game.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lest we forget. Yeah.
Yes. And there's this. And look, last time Platinum took a stab at Ninja Turtles, it didn't go well.
I do recall that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also don't know if even A-tier Platinum, I don't know if that meshes with what The Last Ronin is. I feel that the combat of The Last Ronin should be very heavy.
Okay.
Because you are playing an older Ninja Turtle that has been through some shit.
Okay.
And they are using all of the turtle's weapons because they are the final turtle.
Got you.
I'm being very vague because you're not supposed to know who they are.
I understand.
Like that's part of the story, is like figuring out which turtle survived.
Okay.
It's a very dark story. And I just don't know that Platinum is the one to do it, but also the fact that that's all they have to show is I don't know, man.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Then they showed Virtua Fighter Crossroads.
They sure fucking did.
What are your thoughts about this?
This was my favorite thing that I seen out of all the video games that were shown. I was so hyped for this fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie. As it went, I was like, so they're like, oh, virtual. They flat out said oh, a new entry into the Virtual Fighter series. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I had seen some things floating around about Virtual Fighter and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. And that as the trailer's going, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is a lot of story for a Virtual Fighter game. That's kind of neat. And then it keeps going, and I'm like, no, seriously, what the fuck is this? And then, like, the RGG thing comes on or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm fucking super into this. Like, they're doing, like, character reveal. Like, they're like this pie chart. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, man? This is awesome. I can't wait.
The new characters look really cool.
They do.
I was kind of shocked at how aggressively M-rated it is.
Yeah, this is they don't give a shit.
Because this is basically the story mode of Virtua Fighter 6. And I'm like, that's an interesting choice to make to slap an M rating on a series that has historically not sold as well as any of their competitors.
They don't give a shit. Fuck them kids.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like Virtua Fighters for the unks, you know, like we know where our bread is buttered. Like,
hell yeah.
We're not
I'm
attracting
so
any
in,
teens.
I'm so in.
It looks very cool. I
cannot wait. I'm so in.
There was actually like a half an hour long presentation of it that I didn't get around to watching yet, but I do want to check it out.
Yeah.
Soon.
I kind of want to see that too. This, like I said, as it was going, the more it kept going, the more I was like, I don't know what the fuck is even happening anymore. I'm so here for this shit. I loved it. I was so in love. Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, I can't wait to play that. This was like the moment I was like, okay, I'm excited about video games again. This is great, actually. I'm super in.
Yeah, I guess for me up to this point, the big thing had definitely been Resident Evil Veronica.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool, but I know myself, I'm probably not gonna
you're not gonna.
So like I'm like, oh yeah, that's great, awesome. They should do that. And then this came out. I was like, okay, finally one for me. This is good. I'm happy again.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Next they announced 1666 Amsterdam.
Yes, they did.
Which is from the creator of Assassin's Creed. I always forget his name. It's not Yves Guillemot. That's the Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's the owner.
You can definitely see the DNA of Assassin's Creed here, but it's a period piece. You play a witch, which I think is very cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
Doing witchy things, but also trying to blend in and which I always find funny. This was a thing that I thought was funny in every Assassin's Creed after one. So Altair, like when he's just blending in with the crowd in the first game, it fits because his wardrobe looks similar to what a lot of other people are wearing.
Yeah.
Every other Assassin's Creed, they stick out like a sore thumb. And same thing here. It's like, lady, you're slaying too hard with that outfit.
Yeah.
You're not blending in at all. But
well, they're doing it.
Go off, Queen. It looks really cool. It came out after that they're all in on Gen AI. So
perfect.
Yeah.
The biggest red flag for me on this one was at the end when they were like, it's coming out at whatever date it's coming out, and it's going to be in early access. And I was like, what? Like,
yeah, that was weird.
That was really weird for a game that looked like it did. I was like, early access, really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to plop it out and hope for the best. All right. That's kind of that. I love early access for an indie game or something that's like, hey, we really do need player feedback on this thing because we want to see what direction to take this thing and all this other stuff. Like Paralives came out not too long ago. I still want to play that. And I'm like, that came out in early access. It's a Sims type game. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you should release that in early access for a while and let people go, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this?
Subnautica 2 just came out in early access. And
absolutely.
I know that Subnautica 1 saw like a lot of huge change and iteration based on player feedback in the early access period.
Right.
And so the game that the 1.0 version of the game was like much more refined and polished from the original.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, something like this that is from like a very veteran developer and clearly they know what they're doing.
Story mode and all this other stuff. I'm like, early access, really?
Yeah.
Huh. weird. That was my like biggest red flag. As soon as they dropped that fact, I was like, oh, I'm worried about that. And now that I know the Gen AI thing, I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, sure. Yeah.
Look, there is stuff for me personally that I'll get into later that like I'm having to be more judicious in my choices, and so it's easy to cut things where it's like, oh, I don't even need to touch that because there's so much other stuff that I'm also interested in. Right. So it's an easy thing to do. Also, there's certain price points where it's like, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna get that when it comes out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Next up, they showed more of a game that had previously been announced called Star Wars Zero Company.
Yeah.
Which is basically Star Wars XCOM. It looks pretty rad.
Yeah, it does. I agree. I agree.
Looks like you can really change up like your party makeup, and seemed almost like there might be like, I guess that's more like, because XCOM does this too, right? Where it's like you're not necessarily having like bespoke named crafted characters. It's kind of just like these are the people that you have recruited, and then
pretty much
you're the one who kind of ascribes, like you attach yourself to them.
You're the main character, and it's in your own way. You're the commander or whatever, and it looked cool. It looked fun. I do want to play it.
Yeah.
I can't remember. You'll have to remind me. Did they show that like pod racing game in this one?
No, they showed it at the Sony State of Play.
Did they?
Yes.
Galactic Racer or whatever?
Or maybe it might have been here, actually.
I feel like it was here.
Yeah. I just didn't put it down because I feel like we've seen it before, but
I think we did, but
it's looking hot.
The extended look at it actually was like, okay, I might be interested in playing that all of a sudden. Like I was kind of like, okay, that might be okay.
Yeah, it's got like a cool like story component to it.
Yeah, that was the bit that got, I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, why the fuck not? That's a cool, like, because when they first showed it a long time ago, I was like, who gives a fuck about that? Like I know there's people that care about pod racing video games. I get it. It's, a thing. But I was like, that is not going to be for me. And then they showed this and I was like, actually, all right, maybe you got me on this. I might look at that. That's kind of okay.
Yeah, and it's it's not just pod racing. Like you have all sorts of speeders to choose from and stuff like that, which I like.
Yeah, it looked neat.
Yeah, and like you get to like part of it is like you're trying to race against like an much older Sebulba, which is pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's got some shit going on, man.
It's got some shit. Yeah, no, it looked cool.
And it's funny coming because this is the same year that we got Screamer, which is like a very anime story-focused racing game that I want to play.
Yeah, I keep meaning to check that out too.
Yeah, I've had way too many people say that it's like one of their favorite games of the year, and I'm like, God damn it, okay.
I should probably check out Screamer. Yeah.
They showed more of Blood of the Dawnwalker, which is that vampire action RPG from a lot of CD Projekt people.
That's what I thought this was. Okay.
And so I'm excited for this game.
Me too.
I think that they fucked up with this trailer.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because the trailer starts in modern day with your character. It's very much like a Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 situation.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then like when they talked to the developer, he's like, yeah, you just got a glimpse of where your character is going to end up. But Blood of the Dawnwalker is how he gets there. And it's like, I really would have liked to not know that.
I don't like that framing for any story most of the time. It's almost like the I bet you wonder how I got here framing. It's
oh no,
never
I don't think that's what it is, Justin. I think they kind of showed you the ending.
That'd be great.
Yeah, like I think that's supposed to be like kind of a big reveal after the credits or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like,
I can see it.
Why did you? People are already like pretty excited for this one. I don't think that you needed like this extra like hook for it.
Yeah.
You kind of already had as an CD Projekt and vampire action RPG.
Yeah.
Especially for people who felt burned from Bloodlines 2.
Sure. I mean, they could have shown more of like, just like the game, and they showed a lot of like the bad guys and stuff or whatever, and that stuff looked cool.
Yeah, it was also weird that this was another like cinematic trailer when they've already shown a lot of gameplay of this game that I've watched, and it looks really good. And I'm like,
they're just making sure you don't forget about it at this point. Yeah,
sure, but I still think that you should lead with just more gameplay because that's really what people want to
show. Something in the game that we haven't seen yet would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but that's coming out like early September, so.
Yeah.
They might have just missed the pile up. It's September 3rd. Most of the shit is the back half of September, so they might be in the sweet spot.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
Right in the pocket. Then they showed Swords of Legends, which is another Chinese like Souls-like style game. It looked very cool. I kind of just wanted to put it down because Swords of Legends sounds wrong.
It sounds so wrong, doesn't it? That was immediately my thought when I seen the name of it. I was like, I don't like how that sounds. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. I
feel like it should either be Swords of Legend,
or
Sword of Legends. Like it's one sword that is many legends.
Yeah, no, Swords of Legends.
Unless we are dealing with multiple swords and multiple legends,
or you put the Swords of Legends.
Yeah,
that could work. I could see that though, but like, okay, these are the swords of these legends.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, it's one of those like auto translate type titles where we just directly translated it. Yeah, like we just directly translated it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Makes sense to us.
I find it deeply upsetting. I don't know why. I
get it. It's funny. It's funny to me.
They finally this has been like rumor. I don't know because I don't think this has been officially announced yet, but definitely rumored. Which is they showed The Wolf Among Us 2.
I keep thinking they did announce it.
I think maybe there might have been a Game Awards thing where they just said, "Yo, we're making Wolf Among Us 2,"
that's
and
what
that
I
was
keep
it.
Thinking. Yeah, and that was really it. They didn't show anything of it or anything like that. It was like a title or like a logo or something, and that was it.
Yeah. So here we got like actual like in-game stuff, and then also they announced a remaster of the first one. That's fine. I know people are really high on it. That's why I put it here. I was pretty lukewarm on a lot of Telltale's output, including The Walking Dead Season 1, which I never finished because the game was too glitchy. I basically got I got hard locked in like the third episode. Yeah. With like some like game-breaking glitch, and I just couldn't progress. I was like, well, that's my time with The Walking Dead
luck
Season
with
1.
Stuff like that. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and then I really didn't like the two Batman games. I played them both, and I really didn't like what they did with that canon.
I played the first one. It was fine. I was entertained by it, but it wasn't it didn't make me want to like need to play the second one, so I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I didn't play most of the other stuff, but I know people are really into it, and I know Wolf Among Us in particular, it's up there with Walking Dead Season 1 for a lot of people. Yeah, and when I seen the remaster of the first one or whatever, I was kind of like, oh, I don't own that game or anything like that, so maybe me and Kim will play through that or something like that, because she likes those kind of games. I can let her make the decisions and do all the stuff or whatever and go from there. Yeah. And I've only read a little bit of Fables, but I like the setup for that universe. So, yeah, it's neat. Yeah. Getting towards the end of Summer Game Fest, this was one of the big new reveals, which was Stellar Blade Blood Rain, which is, they did say a sequel to Stellar Blade, which I was surprised that it's coming this soon. Because me too. Next year. Yeah. So that'll be like just a quick 3-year turnaround. But it is very fast. I played Stellar Blade for a little while, didn't really care for it at all. But looking at this, I was kind of like, this one looks way more fun. That looks kind of okay. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, I actually kind of do want to check this out. This actually looks pretty fucking all right. I'm kind of more excited for Punch Girl than Sword Girl. To me, the big thing is like,
oh, it doesn't look like a knockoff Nier Automata.
Yes.
That's
It
the
feels
big
like it's
thing.
got kind of more of its own identity. Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's a little bit more like it almost doesn't seem like it's in the same
It doesn't.
world
That's why
or universe.
My initial thing was, so I looked at the games before I watched the thing. I was like, because I looked at the games like a week ahead of time before I watched it, so I forgot a lot of stuff. But I kind of remembered, like, oh, there's a Stellar Blade 2 at some point. And I'm watching this, I was like, oh, this is Stellar Blade 2. And then as it's going, I'm like, no, it's not. This doesn't look like a sequel to that at all, or whatever. And then it came out, I was like, no, it was a new Stellar Blade game. All right. That actually looks okay. Because immediately when I seen like new Stellar Blade game, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Who cares? And then this, I was like, no, actually, this looks okay. I would play this. This looks way more interesting.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks gorgeous too. I mean, so did the first game, but
oh yeah, absolutely.
This was another one of those games where I'm like, this doesn't look possible. Like for where we're at right now. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, games
hard to say.
Yeah.
Looks great.
The penultimate announcement. Normally, I would not put this in these recaps because but this was super exciting.
This was kind of fun.
They announced the season 4 roster for Street Fighter 6, which that's kind of big in and of itself. That they showed like all 4 right off the. Well, I guess actually they've been doing that. They've been showing all 4 at once. Yeah. Now, it should be noted to anybody who cares about fighting games that there had been a pretty big leak surrounding this roster. And all of them were wrong except one. And the funny thing is that the most outlandish one is what ended up being real. But the thing that I love about this season of characters is that it is technically 3 all new characters. Well, actually technically 4. So and I didn't put their names, I'm sorry, but there's this like big burly looking guy who he's either going to be a grappler or maybe just a big striker type dude.
Arjun?
Something like that. Yeah, I kind of got like a
I literally just watched
vibe.
This today and I can't remember their names. I remember Arjun, and that's the guy.
Yeah.
Then there was a girl before him.
Yeah, I think she's got like pink hair.
Yeah. There's another character, can't remember.
So the third character is Bosch from the World Tour mode.
Oh, your rival. Perfect. Okay.
Because
yeah.
I think when we were playing Street Fighter 6, we were like, okay, so he's going to be in the main roster at some point, right? He looks too cool to just be in this mode.
I remember that now. Yes.
Yeah. So he's in here, and I really liked his style. Like of these 3 new characters, he might be my favorite design overall.
Yeah. I haven't been paying attention. Did they ever put like the girl Chun-Li is like training in that mode in there? That's interesting. Yeah.
I feel that's probably the next.
That could be next season or whatever. Yeah.
If she's not, if we finish Street Fighter 6 and she's not in the roster, I'm gonna be shocked.
That's gonna be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like that character's
she was fun.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
And then the huge thing, fucking Tifa Lockhart.
Yeah, very unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the leak. That because like I remember the leak was like her, Mike Hagar from Final Fight.
Sure.
And I forget what the other 2 were.
Yeah.
I want to say one of them might have also been Cody, and it's like they're not going to put 2 Final Fight characters. I know that like World Tour mode is like very Final Fight heavy, but like they're not going to put 2 Final Fight characters in the same season. But no,
they put in Tifa.
They're putting Tifa, and apparently, like somehow, like they worked like a magicite system in there for her.
There's also some other iconic Final Fantasy system in it or thing that they can't show us yet.
Yeah,
so get excited.
We'll see. I personally, because I felt this way with the new Killer Instinct. I'm not a big fan of fighting games where every character has like their own system. Where it's like, oh, this character has like this resource that they expend and then gain back and stuff like that. And 6 has a pretty decent amount of that. Like Jamie has his bottle drinking and like Manon has like every time that she throws somebody, she gets stronger and stuff like that. But that's never been like my thing. To me, it's like too much to keep track of, both
I get you.
if you're playing the character or if you're playing against the character, like knowing what they can do at these different stages of their kit or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at now. I'm hoping that, because I mean they've already done like a re-release of it, but I'm hoping they do yet another one, because I would like to just like get another copy of the game that has everybody in there instead of buying everything piecemeal.
At the very end when everything's kind of said and done, I'm kind of holding out for that at this point. That was my first thought when I seen that. I was like, okay, when they release some here's everything edition, I will pick that up and fuck with it then. That sounds like a cool thing to do.
Yes.
But until then, I'm cool for right now. Like, but Tifa is that's a neat thing. As soon as I was like, okay, that's pretty all right. Yeah, why not?
Worth noting that these were all like the animated cutscene versions of the characters, so I can't wait to see how, especially Tifa looks in the Street Fighter 6.
I mean, they had the Final Fantasy man and the Street Fighter man on stage, and they both seem pretty happy about it. So that's good. Yeah.
I mean, Capcom and Square have had like a really good relationship for years now. Like there's all sorts of collaborations between Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy 14 and all sorts of stuff. So
that's really good.
Yes.
Excellent.
And then the big showstopper to end the show.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the third and final part of the Final Fantasy VII remake series.
Yeah.
And they did announce that it's coming out next year, so it will make it in time for Final Fantasy VII's 30th anniversary. It's actually coming out before the anniversary because it's going to be like early in 2027, and the game actually. Well, I think in Japan it came out early 1997, so it'll hit the Japanese 30th.
That's probably what they're going for.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It is launching worldwide. Justin.
Yeah.
We can get into details about what they showed in the trailer, but
sure.
This was like the final glass shattering moment for me.
Oh yeah.
Where I was like, I feel nothing watching this trailer.
I felt very similar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching it and I was like, no, that's cool. I don't really care. I'm glad that I know people will be excited for it. I just don't vibe. The only thing I thought was kind of intriguing was the seeming inclusion of a sort of job system thing that they had.
Oh, that looks neat. It's straight up the dress sphere system from Final Fantasy X too.
Yeah.
It's like the outfit that you put on determines like your loadout.
Right.
My thing is that based on the previous two games and also just like what Final Fantasy VII Vanilla was, I don't trust them to actually have that be a very like in-depth or rewarding version of the job system. I love the job system in Final Fantasy.
I felt the same way. I was like, oh, that's cool. I know it won't be what I want it to be.
Right.
And I've accepted
that. It seems
that.
more like an excuse to put everybody in fun new outfits.
Basically.
Anything.
And I won't lie, when they did the very end thing, I rolled my eyes because I was just like, okay, it's different from the original. I get it.
I don't even remember what the end thing was, Justin.
The end thing that they showed is, the classic scene where Sapphire Weapon, I don't even know if they give you the name of that weapon unless you had the strategy guide. Sapphire Weapon is the one that's attacking Junon in the thing, and the cannon basically blows its head off in the original. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's not the one that kills Rufus?
No, that's Diamond Weapon. That's later.
Okay.
This is Sapphire Weapon, and Sapphire Weapon basically gets its head blown off in Junon, and that's the end of Sapphire Weapon. But they but in the story, if I remember correctly, and anybody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, we used a bunch of power to do that, so we can't really fire the cannon again. We need a lot more energy. We got to move it to Midgar to fire it again or whatever.
Right.
This one, no, Sapphire Weapon just blows them up before that happens, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
it's different.
They also showed that the Whispers are back because they weren't really in Rebirth. Now
the
they're
whispers
back.
probably caused that to happen, Julian.
Right. Because the whispers are me, Justin. It's the old fans that want it to be the same, and we're wrong for wanting that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine for being wrong with being wrong. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I don't. I just don't.
It looks gorgeous. I know I'm going to play it.
It looks great. It looks fine. One of these days maybe I'll play through the whole thing and just put it on easy mode and just go through all of it real quick. And
I feel like you, as being such a huge Final Fantasy VII fan, should experience it just so that you know the totality of what they did. Yeah. I mean, I did like the idea seemingly that like this one looked like, no, we're just weapon hunting, which I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's probably what this should be. Right, because there's really not much left story-wise.
Yeah, no, the second disc is kind of barren. It's just retreading
Wu-Tai
a lot of...
obviously is going to be a big chunk
Wu-Tai
of this.
seem like a big deal. They seem like they're expanding that stuff. That's fine. That's fun. But yeah, like I really didn't feel much here. I was out last time, so like when I stopped playing Rebirth or whatever, I haven't really looked back. I haven't. Every now and then I think like, oh yeah, one of these days, and then I always go, but I'll wait till they're all out and I'll do it then. And some random point in my maybe when I'm very old, I'll just be like, you know what, now's the time. Let's do it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And there was one part just game mechanic wise that really bothered me, which is because they did show, hey, you've got the high wind, you can explore the world, which is like fucking yes, that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, great.
But because of the way that they designed this game, you can't just land the high wind. You have to parachute out. And I was like, that's so fucking stupid. And I know it's because they wanted to make it, they didn't want to make an overworld. They wanted to make it like, oh, you're just like right there, like at ground level. You see everything as if you were right there and with all this fidelity. And I, once the trailer finished, my immediate thought, because I had just finished Trails in the Sky.
Sure, yeah.
Or I was in the process of finishing Trails in the Sky, and knowing that there are 3 games in that first arc, and they are remaking those games, and the first one came out in 2025, a complete game. The complete second game is coming out this September. And I'm pretty sure that the complete third game will be out next fall.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if instead of this like remake trilogy in the same span of time from 2020 to 2027, we had gotten Final Fantasy 16, 17, and 18, and they were all very different games with like very different art styles, and it was all new shit. Maybe
at one point in a different timeline, Julian, but not this one, unfortunately.
There is reason to celebrate Final Fantasy later that we'll get to.
Sure, yeah.
But this wasn't it for me. I, again, super happy for those of you that are excited for it. I'll buy it day one like I buy every Final Fantasy day one.
Good luck and Godspeed. Yeah, I think I will probably just wait a while. Maybe I'll watch a little bit of it. I watched Rebirth for what it's worth. At least, the big points of it. I was like, yeah, okay. Fine. I hated Sid so much.
Yeah.
God, I hate what they did to that man. It's a fucking travesty.
And I don't think that they really hinted to anything of Rocket Town now that I think about it. Maybe I missed it.
I don't think they did. If they did, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because like just having him in that second game and not having really any of his original motivation at all is like, why is this character even here? He's literally just a fast travel point. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, he's basically that, and he's so happy-go-lucky. Oh my god, I hate him. It's not him, man.
Yeah, this Sid is not going to tell you to shut up and drink your goddamn tea.
Yeah, he should be fucking chain smoke. He should be like the problematic member of the group. He is the problematic member of the group. I know.
In the original.
In the original one, yeah, and we should address that. That would be interesting. But no,
it would be nice. It would be a nice bit of extra content if like someone on the team is like, "Hey Sid, you need to chill the fuck out." Basically,
right?
Like kind of take him to task and be like, "This isn't cool. Like you need to go apologize to Sharon."
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like calm down. It's okay. Like, and he just smokes a cigarette and blows it in their face or something. I'd be like, all right, now we're back. But he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I did really enjoy the Summer Game Fest.
I enjoyed it too. Yeah, I did too. It was, even when I wasn't as into the games, like I still was like, this was my favorite one by far. This showed stuff that I was like, yeah, this is stuff I didn't expect, or I got to see more of that I wanted to see more of, and so on and so forth. And yeah, no, I really liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Even the stuff I didn't care about, like I was like, no, but somebody cares about this. That's good. Like when I can tell myself that no, somebody cares about this, that's a good thing. I usually think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when we get to the Nintendo stuff, like it's just super not for us. And it was funny because like watching like people just lose their shit over it after the fact, I was like trying to wrap my head around it. And then I was like, you know what? If you only own a Switch 2,
yeah, right,
that is reason to be super excited for what you saw.
Oh, I have the very similar thoughts to the Xbox One. Right. Because I went online after that one. I was like, we'll get there when we get there. But I remember going online after it and feeling like I had lost my mind. Yeah. Like basically just like maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know.
It's the children who are wrong, really? Justin.
Yeah. That's basically what I started thinking.
For me, of the big three, I think Sony had the best overall showing, but Summer Game Fest was better than that also, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Well, hold on. Sounds like something big is going on out there on the stage. Hold on. Let's check in with Keigh. When I was contacted by Tryhard Games to take a look at their new horror game, I knew I was in for a treat. Horror is having an incredible renaissance, both in film and in gaming. And Tryhard was quick to jump on the bandwagon. They're passionate about making something special in this genre. It's time to check out the trailer for Jump, a new survival horror game that is back-to-back jump scares. That's right. Tryhard has used Grok to analyze people's reactions to horror and distilled the experience into what people truly come to these movies and games for. To be startled by loud sounds and things flying at your face. This is Jump. Okay. I'm so startled. Wow, yeah, that looks fantastic, doesn't it, folks? Doesn't it? Okay, anyway, moving along with the show. Very excited. I've been in talks with this unique gentleman. It's been a while since we've heard from him, but he has something very exciting to announce here at Summer Game Awards Fest 3. Welcome back to the stage, Jacob Washington from Sweet Tea Games. Jacob.
Well, how y'all doing? All right. Yeah, sit down now. All right, now I'm just Superman. Thank you very much. Now, we over there on the mountain, over there at Sweet Tea Games, we've been working on that there 22 rifle game that we told y'all about quite a few years back now. However long ago that was, I don't even remember. And, we learned a lot of things, all right? Now, one thing we did learn was that making a video game, pretty hard. I'm going to tell you that right now, all right? Not as easy as we thought it was going to be, all right? But one thing we did also learn is that there is nothing on the market right now that can quite handle that their 22 rifle game. All right, it just doesn't exist. So we had to invent the technology ourselves. So we are out here today to announce our new console, our new thing that we're going to make, that we're going to put on the thing. You can buy it. It's called the Video Games Machine. All right, now you can put them there video games in there, and you can play them. All right, now it's going to be something else. Now you may not think that that's easier to make than a game, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you just put some things in the box, it'll play your video games. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's crazy. So y'all can get excited about that. Later on in the show, we're gonna show you a lot of things that are gonna be on this here Video Games Machine, and we'll go from there. So thank you. Get excited, cheer, have yourself some biscuits, do something, whatever you do to celebrate, because this is gonna change the world. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah.
All right, that's Jacob Washington with Sweet Tea Games. Very exciting announcement. We're looking forward to hearing more from him later on in the show. Now, a word from our sponsors.
This election, every vote matters, even the votes of people with tomato gardens. Billy Hugbabies loves tomatoes and eats a tomato slice on his ham sandwich for lunch every day. Mitchell Mann hates tomatoes and told us he'd fight us on the streets if we asked him about tomatoes again. Billy Hugbabies saved a tomato from a burning church. Mitchell Mann lit a salad on fire. This election, the choice is clear. Mitchell Mann, too good for tomatoes, too good for office. Paid for by the campaign to elect Billy Hugbabies.
So next up, Justin, was the Xbox Showcase.
Yes, it was.
It's funny because I completely forgot the time that it was airing, and so I missed it.
Interesting.
And then because they had the Gears of War thing afterwards, it was really hard for me to find something to watch. I had to find basically the European VOD, because that one they cut it early.
Weird. Interesting.
And it sucks because here's the thing is that I don't like spoilers for this stuff, because a lot of times it's showing when I can't watch it live. And so I try to stay off the internet and blah, but invariably when you go to YouTube and you search for the thing, you're going to see a bunch of the individual trailers for shit. So I already got a bunch of the Xbox stuff spoiled for me.
Sure. Yeah.
But I knew, and I should say, I could not find a chronological order of the stuff that they showed. So I'm just going off. I just pulled the stuff that was worth talking about in no particular order.
Fine.
I knew that they were going to have a big presentation on Gears of War E-Day after the showcase.
Now they tend to do that now, and that's when I always turn the presentation off.
Yeah, I didn't watch that because I'm already sold, so I don't need to see that much of it. I don't understand why they started with a deep gameplay dive of Gears of War E-Day, and it confused me so much because I was like, wait, this is just the Gears of War presentation. So I clicked off of that, and I started to search for the other thing. I was like, oh no, they're just double dipping on Gears of War, and I'm like, why did you go so hard on E-Day?
Man,
I'm not taking anything away. The game looks great.
It looks fine. Yeah.
I want to play it. I don't need to see any more because I like Gears of War.
Sure.
It was just a really weird way to open the show.
Oh, my immediate thought was oh shit, they don't have anything.
Right.
That was my immediate thought. I was like, they don't have anything, do they? There might be one or two things here, but they don't have much. I got it.
It's extra weird and I have not watched this yet, but they did a super deep dive on Fable's gameplay after the fact. And it's why didn't you lead with that? People really are curious about what Fable plays like.
Yeah.
We know what Gears plays like.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see.
Yep. Yep. It sure would have. It sure would have.
Really do not. I did not like this presentation very much. Spoilers. I watched it when it came on. Like I said, I just happened to be on the Xbox, and they like had a little like button you could press on the Xbox to watch the presentation live, and it was just a YouTube link. It just shot me to YouTube, and I was like, yeah, screw it, we'll watch it like this. That's fine. It started with the Gears of War thing. I was like, I don't really care about Gears of War that much, but people are excited about this. I guess that's cool. I didn't know they were doing the Gears of War deep dive at the end at all, because like I didn't really look into it.
Right.
So like when they said, yeah, we have more to show you about Gears of War, I was like, he showed me a lot. I don't know if I need to really sit here and watch this.
So I will say, as a fan of the series, I have always liked the way that the planet of Sarah looks. Yeah. Even in the ruined version of it. And so it's interesting to see like what their civilization was like before everything went down. I like seeing these characters not in their Gears armor.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really funny, and I know, look, it is what it is. I thought it was really funny because like it starts off where like I think they were at like some sort of meeting, and then shit starts to pop off, and they just grab what guns they have. So at first Dom just has like a pistol. But eventually he picks up a Lancer, and he picks up like a shotgun, and he just like attaches it to his back on a jacket. I'm like, I understand that like he has to have those weapons, but it would be kind of cool just for immersion standpoint, where in this part of the game, because you don't have your armor on, you can only pick one weapon at a time.
That'd be kind of right.
And like have to work with that limitation just for that beginning
just
part.
For this. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense.
And there's stuff there that I think I'm more excited about than I was initially. I'm just still really salty that Gears 5 ended on a very interesting cliffhanger, and who knows when I'm going to get to see the conclusion of that.
Well, it didn't sell enough.
Yeah.
So we need to go back to what makes the series popular, Julian, and that's this guy.
Gamers need to really become okay with the idea of passing the torch to new characters in a franchise.
They do.
One of the things... So I've always preferred Marvel Comics to DC.
Sure.
One of the things that I've always appreciated about DC Comics, though, is there is an attempt made at showing what comes next. They'll invariably always reset back to the original characters.
Sure. Yeah.
But you have, like, here's the sidekicks, and then eventually the sidekicks go off on their own and become their own heroes. And then a lot of times they take up the mantle of the hero that they were the sidekick for.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
You get that sense of like, when Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are gone, this world is going to be okay because the next generation is here. I love that concept. And I want to see more of that in video games. I was super, like, I fucking love Dom's son JD in Gears of War 4 and 5. I think he's a great character, especially because he's so different from Dom because he didn't grow up during the Locust shit. Like, he's grown up in a time of peace, and so he has the opportunity to have a sense of humor.
Right.
That's great. I thought that Kratos should have died at the end of God of War 3. I never thought, like, I don't think that he deserves this, like, redemption arc that he gets in these other two games. But I also felt that, like, Ragnarok was really pointing towards, okay, this is where he goes. Because we've got Atreus now, and Atreus is going to go forward as the main character. And then it doesn't happen, and I'm just like, why is it not happening? Why are we stuck with Kratos? And that's the other reason why I'm so excited for God of War Laufey, because it's like, okay, cool, new character. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. A whole new thing. Yeah.
They announced Metro 2029. I'm Metro curious.
Fair enough.
I picked up a couple games on, like, the Sony sale that happened around the State of Play, and I picked up, it was a bundle of, like, Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Exodus for like $5.
Oh, nice. Okay. Might as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I own a Metro game for that exact reason, because I found it on a Steam sale, but
I feel like everybody owns a Metro game for that reason.
Yeah, right.
It's sort of like Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen on
Yeah.
PS4 and Xbox, because it's always on sale for like $3.
It's always on sale. Yeah. You might as well get it. What are you doing?
Exactly. You'll play it one day, probably not.
Maybe or not, but you have it.
You have it. Yeah.
It's right there.
The Metro games always look really cool. I like the concept of them. I've just never actually hunkered down to play any of them. But looks good. Looks good. It
looks neat. Yeah. I wish I cared about the series, but
yeah. But
fair enough.
I'm glad that it continues because it does seem very. So my thing is that there was a time not that long ago where I remember people were very fatigued on first person shooter anything, but we had a while there where the single player first person shooter just kind of vanished for a little bit there.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's back because I do love a really good, well-crafted first person shooter campaign.
Right.
So
fair enough.
Glad that this exists. Will I get around to playing it? Hard to say, especially I didn't jot down the release dates on here, but it probably comes out in September.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Or October.
Yeah. Which may as well be September.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff also came out in September. They couldn't quite get away from it. So there you go.
I will say, so I was listening to Nextlander today, and Alex went to the actual Summer Games Fest event.
Okay.
And he said when he was talking to developers, they were all like, look, there's no good time to release games right now. We're as frustrated as you are.
Yeah. I
still maintain that I think that you could spread it out further into October, and also I think you can push up right into those first 2 weeks of November just fine.
Yeah.
And I also think that there's enough people that don't care about GTA 6 that certain types of games could make a killing.
Yeah.
In November. Yeah. But there's no way for me to be proven right or wrong because no one has the guts. And there might be one thing that we'll talk about towards the end.
Yeah, possibly.
They showed another. So weird, especially when they had the stuff ready to go. They showed another cinematic heavy trailer of Fable.
Yeah.
Which revealed Haley Atwell as the villain. I love Haley Atwell. I think she's one of the most gorgeous women in Hollywood. I don't know why she's not on my freebie 5.
I don't even know who that is, I'll be honest.
Peggy Carter from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, that means nothing to me.
Okay.
Hold on.
She's also in one of the more famous Black Mirror episodes from the first season.
Okay. I'm looking. Okay, I feel like I recognize her. She's in Mission Impossible movies. I didn't watch any of those.
Same.
Okay, yeah, very prominent in the Marvel universe. I didn't watch a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. She even had her own TV series for the Marvel universe called Agent Carter.
I've seen that. I'm like, I didn't watch any of this.
Anyway, I love her, and so it's cool to see her as the villain.
Yeah, good for her.
But
that's good.
I felt this more this year than any other year. I'm getting so tired of we got an actor and this character is just the actor in a costume. Right. Instead of this character being a bespoke designed thing that, we got an actual actor to voice the character and maybe also provide mocap.
Yeah.
And Fable in particular, and I think I talked about this last year when they showed it, maybe at the Game Awards. Fable had such a unique art style, and
sure,
I don't need it to look like this weird hyper real style.
Yeah, that
they're going for. And it's to its credit, it still has some of the humor and stuff like that. It's a weird look for it.
Yeah, it's different. I'm very interested in it still. I really want to play it. It reminds me every time I see more stuff like this one, especially. I was like, this reminds me of modded Skyrim for some reason, just the way it looks, which is not a knock on it. It looks good. I do want to play it. Like I said, I'm kind of with you, and I always come back to this fact that, or this theory, I guess, that I've had for the longest time of games still don't really know what they want to do yet, and if they're trying to be movies or not. A lot of the time, And I think that's where we get to with the actor thing. We're like, well, we can do this now, and it works really well.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's that person. It's like, yeah, I can, but like, I don't really need it to be that. You could just get a really good voice actor who's, you know, good at portraying a character and make it its own, their own thing. Instead of just like, no, it's just this actress or actor or whatever. I don't know. It is kind of weird.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of it is like contractual, like the actor wants to be visible in the project.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I can't say that if I was an actor and somebody asked me to be in a video game, I would say no. I just want to do the voice. Like, no, I could be like, I could definitely see myself being like, yeah, no, that'd be cool to be in a video game. I'm not gonna lie to you, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
And it's a very different generation of people now, so you know.
Right. Because I think of Deborah Wilson a lot, because she's in a lot of video games, and she's always just, it's Deborah Wilson, like almost every time. And I'm like,
every time.
I wonder if that's like her thing, like she wants to be like, no, it's me in this role. Which I mean, that's fine, but yeah, I think back to like Kazuma Kiryu, right? Like that character is a very bespoke designed character that does not look like the person that plays him.
Right.
But he's very recognizable. And then they get to do fun stuff like, oh, but here is the digital actor that plays Kiryu in Like a Dragon. Now he's in like feudal Japan as a different person, right?
Sure,
like that's kind of fun on like a metatextual level.
Yeah. See, that works.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it works, you know?
And I've been saying this like for probably going on a decade now, definitely going back to like deep Nerds Without Pants days of, I feel that the whole motion capture thing is a dead end of game design. It just feels like you're basically you're basically filming a movie and then making a video game on top of that. And that seems like you're just doing way too much work.
Right.
And I really thought that like with a lot of the stuff they were showing with like Unreal Engine 5's features that we were going to get away from that, where it's like, no, the animation suite is good enough now where with like really good people doing animation work, you can now do stuff that looks just as good as motion capture, but you don't have to get, you know, because like that's a lot of, you have to set up a whole studio for it. You have to schedule the actors, right? Like you have to do all the scanning and this and that. And it just seems like there has to be a better way.
There probably is, but
which is funny because the next game is just like literally like they butter their bread on this, which is they announced it's just called Senua. It's funny because in tweets I've seen they refer to it as a Hellblade game, but it is not named Hell. It's just Senua now.
Hellblade. We got rid of that. I don't know the story of Hellblade, Julian, very well at all. I know bits and pieces of it. Is a Hellblade ever mentioned in those games? Does it have any sort of significance? I genuinely was curious after I seen this.
So I only played like the first hour of the second game because I was so disappointed that they did not make any improvements to the gameplay of the first game.
Sure.
They put all of their eggs in, let's make these graphics better. And it's like, that's not what the first game needed work on.
Right.
So I don't know. Definitely in the first game, no. My theory is that they didn't own the rights to Heavenly Blade, which is the game that they made for the PS3.
Sure.
Or Heavenly Sword. So they're like, hey, Hellblade, right? It's like kind of the inverse.
It's the opposite. Yeah.
And we own this now. So that's kind of where I think that name comes from. I don't think that it really has any significance to the story.
My theory became we were gonna call it just Senua's Saga, like the first one or whatever that first one, like the subtitle was. Our publisher said, no, that's nonsense words. You need to make this like a cool sounding thing that people want to play. You got to add something. And then they probably did what you said. Well, okay, let's add this in front of it.
Brainstorming.
Right. Okay. Hellblade. Yeah. No, that does sound cool.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Yeah. Let's go with it.
Picture it. Ninja Theory Office circa 2018.
Right.
Man, I really just wish that we could call it Heavenly Sword, but Sony owns that.
Right.
hold on. I'm about to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Heavenly Sword? Hellblade.
Absolutely.
And then everybody's just like, you're a
Perfect.
you're the man. And applause.
You're fucking great. Yeah.
And scene. That's
raucous
how
applause. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so we've decided that no, it's okay to just name it this now.
Yes.
Fine.
It feels like it needs something else. Like,
yeah,
because it was I think it was like Senua's Saga. I forget what the other ones. It was like something Senua, I think. Like,
oh god, let me look real quick.
Or was it Senua's Journey? I don't know. It was something else.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I often get them confused. Senua's Saga might have actually been the second.
Senua's Sacrifice, I believe, was
okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Senua's Saga was 2. My bad. Senua's Sacrifice was the first one. I always get them confused. I do too.
Yeah.
There you go. And they're 75% off right now on Steam.
Yeah. So it feels like it needs to be another alliterative thing, like Senua's Sin or something like that.
Senua's I don't know. Senua's Sound.
Senua's Submission. It's the porn parody of the Hellblade.
Yeah, there you go.
Saga.
Okay, now we're talking. This is, it's weird, but why not? They sell. Somebody will buy it.
Yeah. Look, it looks great.
It looks good. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel bad for this franchise because I personally I've never touched it. It always seems really neat. I know it doesn't quite do what they want it to do, and I'm constantly
That's the thing. That's so frustrating, Justin. I fucking love that first game. Yeah. And the whole thing around that game, and they were very proud of it at the time. They coined the phrase triple I. They said, we pared down this team. We made a very tight, focused experience that is this story that we wanted to tell that's dealing with some very heady stuff that we don't normally see in video games.
Right.
And it looked like a game that could sit with your big AAA games, but it was not that.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft bought them, and they were like, we're going to make the best looking game that you've ever seen, and we're going to spin. And that was the other thing. The first game took them 18 months. The second game was like 6 years. And again, like, as much as I love that first game, and I actually did like the combat, but I was like, the combat's shallow, but it gets the job done. The puzzles were really...
It's a shorter game.
Yeah, the puzzles were really where it suffered. It was like, okay, we're kind of doing kind of the same 2 types of puzzles pretty much every area.
Okay, perfect.
And that's why in the first hour of the second game, I was like, okay, this combat is completely unchanged. And then, this is the exact same type of puzzle as
it feels like they didn't want to, we got to stick with what worked, graphics. Yeah, we did, but just make the graphics really, really nice.
Yeah. So that's good. Basically, I will have to wait and see, like, did they improve the actual gameplay part of the game? Yeah. In which case, I will probably just either power through the second game on easy, or I might just like kind of watch a synopsis of it and skip to the third one. But as of right now, I'm not as excited about it. And
it's odd. I will not disparage the first game. I think the first game was really cool. I remember watching it and with headphones on.
Yes.
And
you need that
basically because somebody like that was the big thing. Like it was like, you got to watch this with like headphones on. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, no. I remember showing people it. I was like, you got to put these earbuds in or headphones on or whatever. You gotta watch this. It's great. This is fucking cool.
Yeah.
The audio design was like something really, really special. And yeah, it was definitely a smaller game for sure, but it did its thing and got over. And then the second one came out. It didn't do the numbers they wanted it to, or for whatever reason thought it was going to do. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
I don't understand why they thought that it was going to, because like, remember, it was shown when they debuted the Series consoles.
The Series X, I remember.
Yeah.
They were like, look at this shit. This is what it can do. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. It's weird that you're doing it with... I mean, guess I get it with how, I don't know.
It shouldn't be like the linchpin of your lineup.
It's odd, and
way
it
too
almost
much
feels like
pressure.
it has a weird hex on it, and I'm really I don't know what they expect from this one either. Like I really don't. I don't know if people care. Maybe that's why they took the Hellblade name off of it. They're like, what if people don't know it's a Hellblade game? What if they don't know? Maybe they'll try it then. They're just it's odd.
Yeah. The only thing that I can think of, I didn't, again, I don't remember when this is coming out, but I know it's coming out like, well, hold on, let me double check. Okay, it's supposed to come out in 2027. So my thinking is that they might have been able to, because they got the graphics part of it down for this generation.
Yeah, we don't need to do that again. Yeah,
they were able to, get this game out much quicker, because I think the last game came out 2024. I think.
Yeah.
Or was it 5? Was it last year?
Wasn't last year. It was, I think, the year before.
It must have been 2024. Yeah.
Hold on. I can look that up. I have the Hellblade stuff written here, and let's see when this came. Oh, this is the PC version, though, so it's not going to give us the most accurate thing, is it? This came out on May 21st, 2024 on PC. Okay. So, yeah, maybe. It is an Xbox thing. It probably did come out on PC at the same time.
It would come out
probably.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confusing that with the Sony thing. Yeah.
If they were able to turn around a third game in 3 years like that, that's something.
Okay.
Right. So.
Yeah, that's something. That's maybe even they don't expect as much from it now, and it's going to do what it does, and that's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They announced Wolong 2.
Oh, boy.
Mainly, I put this down here just to kind of applaud Team Ninja's output this generation.
Yeah.
Because they've put out Stranger of Paradise, Neo 3.
Yeah.
I feel like also Neo 2, but that might have been PS4.
I think it was later in the PS4 cycle.
Okay. Because I want to say that,
I
want to say that you picked that up, during, the pandemic, 2020.
Neo 2, fuck, what did that come out for? Because I remember playing it. Yeah, it was. I lived at my grandmother's house at that point when that came out, because I played it for the character creation.
Yes, I remember that.
So yeah. That would have been before the pandemic then, or right around it.
Yeah, like very beginning is kind of what I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. Somewhere around in there.
Oh yeah, okay. Actually, later than I thought. Oh wait, no. That hold on. That's wrong. Yeah, 2020. It was 2020.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah.
March of 20. Oh yeah, so right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right.
But yeah, so anyway, Stranger Paradise, Neo 3, Rise of the Ronin, and now Wolong 2. That's pretty flippin' impressive.
I'm just glad you highlighted it, because it has one of my favorite bits of video game trailers where a man shows up at the end and says something very mysterious and probably very meaningful to anybody who's a fan. But I watch it and go, I don't know who the fuck that is or why I should care.
Right.
Fantastic. It's one of my favorite bits.
Yeah.
I'm like 3 people pop the fuck off for that right now. I'm happy for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Weston was probably one of them. It seems
right.
like one of his games.
Right.
They showed gameplay of State of Decay 3.
They did.
It's a real game, apparently, and this came out recently, and this was outside of the development team's control. But when it was announced back in 2020 or whatever, there was no game yet, and it was basically they were like, "You're making State of Decay 3. We're going to put together a CG trailer." That's all there is to it. So they didn't have any involvement in it. I do know from listening to Brad talk about this game that it's supposed to take place. It's like the zombie apocalypse has been going on for a very long time at this point. So it's one of those things where it's like all the canned food has been picked over. All of the stores are empty. All of the homes have nothing in them anymore. We're now having to build a new society while we deal with this zombie thing.
Right.
I love that idea. But it falls into the same problem that I have with The Last of Us, which is you shouldn't be firing all these guns. There shouldn't be any bullets left. It should be a thing where it's almost all melee combat, and then occasionally you find a gun with a bullet. You're like, holy shit, I can kill one thing with this bullet. Better make it count. For me, that's just like an immersion thing, right?
We'd have to ask Jacob Washington on this, but you never know. The amount of reloading kits available might be astronomical. You never know.
Sure, maybe I'm just like woefully underestimating the amount of bullets in the world. I don't know.
Yeah, that possibly that too. Who knows? Who can say? You know, a lot of weird militias out there. You never know.
Yeah. They showed more of Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy, which every time they show it, I'm like, this looks fucking incredible. What is this? And then when it says it's a Plague Tale thing, I'm like, I don't understand how this fits in with my knowledge of what a Plague Tale is.
I don't either.
And I actually looked to see, because I was like, I think I need to play a Plague Tale. And I looked, because I was like, surely these games are going to be on sale right now because they've got this new one coming out. And no, they're still hella expensive.
Yeah, of course. I played the first one, thought it was really neat, kind of fell off a bit because it's very puzzly. I watched some of the second one, and I remember watching the second one kind of half asleep and going, what the fuck is this game? Like, this is really weird. Where are the magic rats? Where did they go? I don't understand what's happening. And yeah, now this one, and I'm fascinated by it. It looks like weird Assassin's Creed, but in a Plague Tale universe somehow.
I also get a little bit of like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's interesting to say the least. Yeah.
Also, Where Are the Magic Rats would definitely be the title of this episode if I didn't already have the annual title
those
for
fucking
it.
Magic Rats, man. They're afraid of fire. I keep thinking they are in the second one, but I don't remember.
Yeah, but that game looks really cool.
It does.
It's probably one of those that I'm not going to get around to for financial reasons, but I would like to play it because I think it looks really up my alley.
Looks neat. Looks very neat. Yeah.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention with Gears of War E-Day, and this was also the first time that Asha Sharma like kind of made any like public anything as the new CEO of Xbox.
Yeah.
To her credit, she does sound like she's trying to rebuild this division into something and also but it's something very different than what Phil Spencer was going for. I will say, and we'll get into this a little bit later on also, is that but the messaging is still all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely. It's still like, because when Phil was around, it was like, okay, I think Phil has his idea of what he wants Xbox to be, and then Big M Microsoft has other plans, and those don't, or like almost never are in alignment. It feels like that shit is still going on, because she's talking about like, oh, we're gonna make like Xbox like one of the major platforms again by 2030, and we're back to exclusives. Like, apparently Gears of War E-Day was gonna have like a PlayStation version.
Oh, apparently it goes wild, like with some of the stuff I heard about that. Like they had a full like PlayStation 4 thing or PlayStation 5 thing ready to go for the Sony State of Play.
Shit.
And it got canned at the last minute.
Yeah.
They are pulled because they were doing that. They switched directions on them.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Well, and I did hear stuff where it was like the development team was almost like taken like completely off guard by, oh no, it's Xbox exclusive now. And they're like, well, we've been doing all this work on the PlayStation version.
Yeah, so somewhere out there is probably a full working PlayStation 5 version of Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah.
That no one will ever see, or we'll see way down the line.
Video Game History Foundation will get it in 50 years.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Something.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh shit, that's cool, and we'll be like, oh right, yeah, neat.
Yeah,
cool. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently she wanted to make Fable exclusive as well, but the ink had already been dried on those contracts, so that couldn't happen. Clockwork Revolution, they showed a lot more of. Yeah, it's also exclusive. Oddly not coming out this year either. I don't understand. That game looked finished last year.
It looks finished now.
It looks finished. It looks more finished now. I want
Yeah.
this game so badly.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's the one game out of the showcase that I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, no, that looks like a good game. I'm not gonna lie. This was the one that like that I was like watching gameplay of and going, no, I'm excited for that. That
Yes.
looks cool. I will play that. That looks great.
Yeah.
Other than Fable, which like again, the biggest problem with this whole presentation is like all this stuff that I'm like, yeah, no, that looks good. But I already know this exists. I kept waiting to be like on the floor for something, you know.
Xbox and Nintendo chose very strange things to highlight versus things that they did not show.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why you need like 15 minutes of Gears of War when you were going to show half an hour of it after the show.
Yeah.
And you have half an hour of Fable gameplay footage, but you don't show any of that here. People know Gears. Like those games always play pretty similarly. Fable's been gone for so long. This is a brand new team. People are chomping at the bit to know how this game plays.
You're right, but at the same time, I can kind of see why they wouldn't do that, to play devil's advocate a bit. Because Gears of War is so popular among your more casual fans.
Sure.
I could see wanting to like put a big like, no, look guys, we're heading in the right direction. We're focused on this Gears of War game. Look at it. Look at how good it is.
Yeah.
Make a big
and in
thing
that
of
case, let's do 8 minutes of Gears of War gameplay.
Sure.
And then let's do 15 minutes of Fable, right?
I'm down.
If time is a factor, which also time is not really a factor. These are
It's
like
not.
pre-recorded. You can
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. There's no like commercial breaks you have to worry about or anything.
You're streaming on fucking YouTube or wherever the hell you're streaming from. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's timing you.
People get so excited when these shows are like 2 hours plus. Like it's like, holy shit, there's so much to see. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to like make it a tight 90 or whatever. It's strange.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's weird.
They showed Doom the Dark Ages Revelations, and I'm so confused. I don't know if it is a brand new game or if it is an expansion to Doom the Dark Ages.
I think it's an expansion, I think.
Okay.
I think you have to have that game. You know what? I didn't really look into it. Now that you've mentioned that, I didn't really look further into it. It started playing the thing. I was like, oh yeah, this is Doom DLC. Got it. And that's where my brain just cut it off right there.
Yeah.
Like, it's Doom. It's Doom DLC. Got it. Understood. Yeah, they should do that, I guess.
It's really weird from a gameplay perspective because the whole point of Doom the Dark Ages was we're scaling back the mobility that was like a big problem for a lot of people in Doom Eternal. You were like they said like in Doom Eternal you were like a fighter jet. In Dark Ages you're a tank. Like it was supposed to be slower and more methodical, and then here it's like, no, you're just whipping around again, and I'm like, that's a weird choice. Now you're also outside of the Doomslayer armor, which I don't know that I'm cool with that.
It was a weird look.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
I liked what I played of Doom the Dark Ages. I just completely fell off of it. That is one of the downsides of Game Pass is that when the stuff is just included in your subscription, it's so easy to just like drop stuff for no reason.
Because you're just like, oh yeah, this isn't really my thing.
Well, it was. There was other stuff that I had paid full price for.
Oh sure, yeah.
They showed much more of Persona 4 Revival, and it's coming out February of next year. Neat. February is the other place that people are going to flee from GTA 6.
Yeah, seems like it.
As I was watching this trailer, Justin, I was like, why didn't you just not show anything of this last year and have this be the reveal?
Would have been a lot cooler, right?
Yeah. Which leads me into Persona 6, which is the same fucking thing as last year, where it's like...
God, I'm so happy you feel the same way about this, because they showed this, and I was like, okay, nothing. I know you're making a Persona 6.
Yeah, we all know
nobody can be this fucking stupid to think like, oh, they're just gonna stop at 5, guys. They're not gonna make a 6. Like that thing makes too much money. Shut up. They're gonna make another one. Fuck off.
Yeah,
like just save it till you actually have something. They basically were just like Persona 6. And then I get online and I see people like, oh, Persona 6 is great. I'm like, you fucking know they're going to make that. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's not even a big revelation, but oh, it looks dark and edgy. I'm like, yeah, I get that it's a tone thing, but
that's like the only thing to really glean from is like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah, okay.
They might be trying to merge it a little bit more with like the Shin Megami Tensei stuff again.
Yeah, they're going a dark route. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's neat, but like I could wait until you actually have some cool shit from the game to show me, and then I could be like, oh man, that looks really fucking awesome. Instead, I'm just like, yeah, I know you're making that. I'm not stupid.
And look, I get it because like it is Persona's 30th anniversary. You should do something, right?
They want to do something. I do get it. Yeah.
I'm sure you could at least give us what some of the characters look like. You could show something.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah. It that part is very, especially because it's like, look, I like Persona a lot, but it's like it's the same damn monsters in every game. So like,
yeah,
you can. There's a lot of stuff that you could show that is okay. Now I know what the graphics are going to look like, but not show me anything that's like revelatory as far as like plot points or game mechanics.
Sure,
like,
yeah, you don't have to show any of that.
Yeah. Show me the dick in the wheelchair.
Sure,
we're always excited to see the dick in the wheelchair.
We are.
Yeah,
who isn't?
Yeah, but you know, and also like no even release year. I don't believe.
No, yeah.
I think a lot of people are thinking 2028, but
I'm
not so sure about that.
Hard to say because they didn't really show much of it. So, fucking God, yeah. I remember when this came up, I was like, this is going to be Persona 6, isn't it? And they're going to show absolutely dick all. And I was right. Yeah. I don't know why they're doing this. This is like, I know you're making, like, again, it was just like, yeah, I know they're making a Persona 6. That's why it's such like a non-bombshell. Like if Persona had been dead for like 10 or so years, I'd be like, holy shit, they're making another one of those. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well,
like that would be different.
Let's not forget that like technically there has not been a numbered new Persona game since 2015, right? So
sure, okay. Take it back even if it had been dead since like the original PlayStation or some shit like that, and all of a sudden it came back, I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. They're actually gonna do that. That's great. Good for them. But it's not really the case here. Like, I know you're going to make a Persona 6. I know you're taking a lot of time. And it's not like they weren't releasing other stuff. They're doing the remakes now. They're doing the metaphor stuff and other shit. So
it feels like their pipeline is a lot more streamlined. So
sure.
Again, it feels like just show us the main character at least, right? Like
I'd have been fine with that.
Even if you want to obscure part of their design, like
sure,
you gotta give me something more than this.
Yeah,
it's weird to be excited and disappointed at the same time.
I agree. I agree.
They showed more of Castlevania Belmont's Curse. It's coming in October. The main reason that I put this here is because I thought for sure this character was Sonia Belmont, who is like previously the only like woman in the Belmont line that has been shown so far. But it's a new character named Rose Belmont, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that. I think the game looks great. I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly, this, for whatever reason, look at it, I was like, actually, I want to kind of play this. This kind of looks fun.
Yeah.
This looks like the parts of Bloodstained that I really liked.
Yes.
With numbers and leveling up and all the nonsense associated with that. It's like, okay, yeah, this might be one of those that I actually do want to check out, because I don't usually like these kind of games. So, yeah.
And now that you mention it, I don't think anywhere had that Bloodstained sequel anywhere.
No, now that I think about it.
And I don't know if that might actually be next year now that I think about it. They might have.
I can't remember.
Or it's just gotten lost in the shuffle, but.
I wonder if they have a release date on it. Hold on, let's look. If I can
Bloodstained, Scarlet Engagement, because I was trying to get people to. I was trying to get my female friends to use that as their, like, when they talked about their period.
Right, the Scarlet Engagement.
It just sounds so badass. Sorry, honestly, I'm having my Scarlet Engagement right now.
Yeah, it has this year on it.
Interesting.
On Steam anyway. Yeah, 2026.
I think that might slip.
You think so, Julian?
I think it should slip, probably.
It probably will. I'd be kind of surprised if this came out or if it just randomly drops in like December or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it out before Christmas. All the kids want Bloodstained. Like, yeah, I'm sure they do.
I do.
Sure yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
They showed they showed a cinematic trailer for Crazy Taxi, and then they did show some gameplay after the fact again, which why are you doing that? But they were very big about we're using Gen AI for this. It was like, oh, well.
Oh. Yeah.
Poop.
I didn't hear that part, and
I did get excited when that Offspring song started, and it's like,
oh, that was my initial comment. I was like, at least they got that right. You have to have that song, and they knew. And that's
I wonder because, like, look, it became an issue later on, but it was still cool at the time. I wonder if they got Pizza Hut and KFC and Foot Locker again.
That would be fun.
Because you should.
Is Foot Locker even still around? Really?
Probably not.
I was gonna say we used to have a Foot Locker. We don't anymore.
I have never been the type of person that would have shopped at a Foot Locker. So
nor was I, but I remember it vividly because the men dressed as referees would stand outside the store and with their arms folded like they really were authorities on shoe wear or footwear or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. You think that for Halloween they would ever like decorate the store with like lockers that had like bloody feet in them? Because they should have.
Nope, they won't. They're too cool. They're all
not
about
cool
sport.
Enough.
They're all about sport, Julian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they live sport.
And I just have this note here. Why do we have to spend time on Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online every goddamn year?
Somebody has to say it.
So at this point, just release the trailer for your new shit around this time, but don't put it in the main show. The only people who are excited about that are the people who are already bought in.
And they're going to play it
pisses
anyway.
Everybody else off when they see Bethesda and then this.
In their mind, in the corporation's mind, this thing is making money consistently, right? What if we could get more people to play it? How do we get more people to play these two games, right? Because if it's already making money, let's make more money from those. And so they think doing this is going to get somebody like you or me to just like, oh shit, I should play that. Like after it's been out for years. Like, no.
But in that case, I think that you should do it at Keighley's thing.
Sure. That I could see, like an ad or something like that. Yeah, that would make sense. I would be like, okay, yeah, or I don't know.
And then you have Keighley or Lucy James out there. Oh yeah, and then with this, they're doing this special thing right now, and if you use this code or whatever,
okay, all right, cool, yeah, maybe I do like the Thieves Guild. That's fun. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, okay, maybe I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but somebody might. It's weird. It's weird every fucking time. I hate it every fucking time. I get annoyed by it every fucking time. It's just, man.
Ooh. Also worth noting that they didn't do anything about Starfield because, like, apparently, like, the stuff that they've done to it since we played it, and then also that PS5 version is pretty great.
They, put a fucking thing about that on there. Yeah. That I could, like, hey, have you checked this out? We have this, and this now. I'd be like, oh, I haven't checked that game out in a while. Maybe I will check out that.
That actually would have been a cool thing to be like, hey, if you only played Starfield back when it came out, you should go check it out again because we've done
we did a lot of stuff. Yeah. That and it's free on Game Pass too. You can get that. You know, it's cool, right? Yes, that's good. That's a reason to get this. It works out that way, but no, let's show them the online games that we keep fucking shoving in your face. I hate it every time, and it's just, Man, just give those things their own little presentation. Like, that's all you got to do. Like, put a link in the game itself. Like, hey, click right here. You can see what we're doing next. Like, this is the new expansion that's going to come out. Like Final Fantasy 14 has their own like thing, right? Like, they do their own little like separate deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where they're just like the man comes out and says, "This is what we're doing. It's cool, right?" And everyone goes, "Yeah, it's really cool." The fans of that game, like, I'm not gonna watch that. You're not gonna probably get me to play Final Fantasy 14. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All that they'll do is like you will see like you'll probably see the new expansion trailer at one of these. Like,
sure, I'm fine with that.
I'm pretty sure that like at the Game Awards this year, you will see a trailer for Evercold. Well, because they already did it. Wait, I forget where they showed the trailer for Evercold.
They showed that somewhere, and I can't remember now.
Yeah,
was it the Nintendo one?
No,
or no, it's coming out on Nintendo, right? The Switch.
Well, it is coming for Nintendo for the Switch too, but I don't remember where the Evercold trailer.
I can't remember where. I know
shown.
I've seen it too, and I cannot remember either. Yeah,
but that is a thing because that's a big deal, right?
Fair.
But your average, like, this is our 7.2
patch.
Put out
if this was like a 2-minute like little trailer, like, hey, check this out, we made this new expansion just so somebody like to get the lapsed person back on board, right? Like, oh, hey, I haven't played that game in a while, maybe I should check that out. Like, that's cool. You only need a couple minutes to do that. They do these like big, epic, sweeping fucking things. They feel like they take forever to get through.
That's the other thing too, because you said 2 minutes, and I'm like, I think actually those trailers are about 2 minutes, but they feel like interminable.
They're forever. But they maybe even less than that. Like Persona, the length of a Persona 6 trailer, maybe. Let's do that for this. That's fine. You could probably, for those games, show a logo, give a tone, like a bit of a tone piece, and people would be like your Laps fans would be like, oh, that sounds pretty neat. Maybe I'll look more into that. And then they will, or they won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't know why they make these decisions. I just really, every time it comes on, I'm like, yeah, we have to, here we go with our fucking yearly checking of this.
Just break it out from the rest of the show, man. I don't know.
I agree. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
This is one that I actually forgot what it was. I had to go re-look at the trailer, but Valor Mortis is actually kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a first-person game that has a little bit of a Bioshocky vibe because you have like magic abilities on your left hand and then pistols or melee weapons on your right. But it's also got kind of a Soulsy aspect to it, and it's set in like the American colonies, like during the Revolutionary War, it looks like.
Yeah.
But then they do the thing that it's like the trailer ends with like this boss. It's like this colonial soldier, but he's like 10 feet tall and he's got 8 arms that all have flintlock pistols. And I'm just like, man, From his really fundamentally fucked up game design in a way that,
you know what, Julian, I've always said this, I'm fine when From does that. That's their thing.
When From does it, sure. I'm saying that, like, the fact that everybody tries to emulate it.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. When everybody else tries to do it, I hate it. And there's also some, for whatever reason, like, colonial stuff does absolutely fucking zero for me. Whenever I see that aesthetic, I'm just like, I don't care. I just don't. Whenever I see somebody in like an American, an old American uniform, I'm just like, God, I don't care.
Same.
This is a period of time where, like, I think when I see that, I think of my grandmother who loved American history and shit like that, and just read books about like the old, wars, like just shelves of Civil War books and shit like that, because that was her deal. And like, I'm just like, once it becomes my grandmother's thing, I'm like, oh, I don't care about this. I don't know. There's just something that turns me off about that entire aesthetic.
I don't care about like the Old West.
Yeah,
I think samurai are way cooler than cowboys.
I agree.
The only like American history that I would be interested in visiting in any setting, either film or especially video game is actually Native American history, because I think that's
Sure.
a very
Yeah.
like untapped thing.
Honestly,
that would be very
that
cool to
could
see
be really cool.
if
yeah,
done
that could
properly,
be really
and you
cool.
get like
Yes.
actual natives involved from like every
Right.
step of the process, right?
No, that would be fucking rad.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that would be rad.
Last thing here, it's not the last thing that they showed, but it's just the last
No.
thing I wrote down. Magicians, the Devil's Deal, which I think looks really cool.
Looks neat.
It's like
Looks
a
like a very
first
neat game.
person. Again, it kind of Bioshocky, but you're
Kind
like
of Bioshocky.
you're like a
yeah.
magician with a like the type, like a stage magician, right? Like rabbits
Yeah.
out of hats and stuff like that.
Right.
But you have like a wand that you're doing spells with, and you have like special playing cards that have stuff, and
Yeah.
it's got a cool art style to it.
It does.
I'm interested. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely need to
looks
see
neat.
more, but
Looked neat.
yeah.
I don't know if it's my thing, but it looked neat. Yeah. That's kind of what when I watched that trailer, it was exactly how I felt. I was like, yeah, it's probably not my thing, but looks neat.
Yeah.
The last thing they showed was the Call of Duty.
Oh,
fucking
I
whatever
clicked
the hell
off
that
because when they
thing
said
was.
they were just going to show the multiplayer stuff, I was like, oh, I don't care. Like if
But the thing about it was they put it on like, but we have one last thing to show you, and I was
mean, they
like,
did that
ooh, what
last
is this?
year.
And it's like Call of Duty. I'm like, God, I okay, yeah, it's I did the same thing. I was like, it's probably time for me to go, but just show me what you're gonna show me, and
Yeah.
let's get on. And I was like, yeah, this is an impressive looking Call of Duty game.
And
I don't
if
care.
they hadn't already announced it and shown the trailer a couple weeks ago, that would have been, I think, an appropriate thing to end on. But
Right.
it had already been announced. They're like, oh, here we're going to show you like one of the multiplayer things. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, at least
Right.
last year, because I was so high on Black
Sure,
Ops
on the
6,
story mode. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, let's go Black Ops 7, and then it's ended up being like a shitty game.
Bad.
I do find
Yeah.
it funny though, where I see the sentiment where they're like, oh man, Call of Duty is like on the decline, and it's like they had one game that didn't do well.
One game, yeah. They've had
Come on,
had
guys.
this before, and it's instantly in a decline. You
Yeah.
know, they've had this multiple times. This is not the first time.
There's been some that have been down lower than others, but it's like, yeah, it's still like one of the biggest franchises out there.
Infinity
Like,
War, they had whatever that one was where it was like kind of in World War II or something. I don't remember. I cannot remember the name of that one at all, but it was a total flop. It was a more recent one, but it was before Xbox was doing them.
right.
It's a franchise that can kind of afford to have a fuck up here and there, and it's fine.
Until you show me that they're down year over year for like 3 straight
Yes.
years, that's when I'm going to be like, oh, it's over.
Then we'll start talking about that. But until then, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
You'll all be, the Call of Duty fans will be fine. They'll live.
Oh, I forgot one of the quote unquote big announcements, because here's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
This is the 25th anniversary of the original Xbox.
Yes.
It has not felt like we are in an anniversary year this entire year. They haven't really done anything that's like super special. Oh, I forgot to mention that they did show more of Halo, like the remake of Halo 1.
Oh yeah, they did.
I think it looks great. That's
Looks
I've
fine.
never
Yeah.
actually played all the way through Halo 1.
Oh, I have, and it was fun. I
Yeah.
did it actually semi recently, and it was pretty okay.
And I might play that on PlayStation 5 just for the lulz.
Why not?
Yeah.
Might as well.
But the one like nod that they had to, you know, what should be a pretty big deal is that there's a special edition Xbox Series X that's like, and here's the thing. It was like, oh, it's a translucent green like the original Xbox, and it's like,
That was not the original.
that's not the original, but also it wasn't a very widespread edition of that Xbox.
No, it was not.
That type of design was more associated with the N64,
Yeah.
the Dreamcast, and then in
Yeah.
Japan, like they had some PS1s that had some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird as well.
The weird thing is this, I had a friend who had the original Xbox with that kind of green on it.
Sure, yeah, I'm not saying that like nobody had it, but it.
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah.
Not
I keep thinking it was like the Halo version of it or something. It was.
I don't remember.
When I seen this, I was like racking my brain trying to think of what version of this it was.
It might have actually come out around the time of Halo 2. Now that you mention
I think it was. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as prevalent as like, the atomic purple N64 controllers.
Oh, absolutely not.
That type of stuff. So
yeah,
that's a little bit weird. But the reason that I bring it up is that apparently after this, there was something that they did do in front of an audience that was not part of this.
I'm glad you're mentioning this. Yes.
And Asha Sharma came out and said whatever she said. And then was like, oh, all of you are going home with this limited edition Xbox Series X console, which they did that back. And it was extra weird because it was mostly press I guess it was mostly press here too. Back when they did the redesign of the Xbox 360 to the slim model, the elite model.
Sure.
They gave out those to everybody in attendance. Here's the reason why that's super fucked up.
Okay.
And again, going back to this weird, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like Asha Sharma is like, oh, like we're building Xbox back. Like, we're going to be better than ever, blah, blah, blah. Have these free Xboxes. And then 2 days later, oh, yeah, we're going to have to lay off a bunch of people because, and then they're talking about like things like, oh, well, we just need to figure out how to like make game development affordable so that we can have games that make a profit. Oh, woe is us. And it's like,
we don't know how to make our hardware not cost a bunch because, there's all this stuff going on. So we got to figure that out. It's a lot going on right now, guys.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the other thing, too, is like, I was like, okay, this limited edition Xbox would be exciting if we weren't in this hellscape where everything is like $200 more than it was when it came out.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
basically.
Yeah. I would love to know the numbers on what that thing sells to actual people that want it, not scalpers.
Right. And from what I heard, somebody was doing like the math on like the current like console, and like they lose money on every one of them sold, apparently.
Oh, okay. That's interesting
because of the hardware component cost now.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say like kind of just somewhere in here that like, I do feel that like, we need to go back to basically Nintendo never lost money on their consoles, but Sony and Microsoft probably need to go back to we're selling these at a loss in order to sell software again. Yeah. Because that's how it used to be back in my retail days.
Right.
But at a certain point, everybody was making profit on their hardware.
Right, yeah.
But to weather this storm, like they should just kind of eat it on their end. And
It's either they eat it on their end or they just make this generation go on a little longer.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. Yeah.
And I actually do have something to talk about that with Nintendo. That's where I was going to talk about that. So we'll get to that later.
We'll get there.
So that's the Xbox presentation for the most part.
I have one last thing about the Xbox presentation.
Go ahead.
About the Xbox, that exact reveal. I almost got excited when they did that, because they started out with like the original Xbox opening sound and stuff like that for it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, are they going to do like a big like backwards compatibility like Xbox thing and put out a bunch of like the old games or something like that? Like on one little, I almost thought they were going to do like one of the mini consoles for like Xbox. I was like, oh, that might be kind of neat. Actually, that I would be into that. And then it was like the new one. I was like, I was very disappointed. I was like,
again, like, we mentioned this like a few episodes ago, but yeah, if they could release like a miniature version of the original Xbox that plays original Xbox discs, but also connects to the store, and you can also download the back, because they have the backwards compatibility working.
Yeah,
that would be cool, and I would actually get into that because I never owned an original Xbox,
right? And
I do have a handful of original Xbox games that don't work backwards compatibility wise.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool to have.
Really cool. Yeah. Hey, this will play if you own an Xbox game. This will play it, and also here's the really popular big games that were on this console, and now you can play them if you like. Here's Morrowind, and here's Halo and Halo 2, and
we're going to release limited physical versions of them.
Yeah,
re-releases of them, or you can buy it digitally off of the store.
I got excited for like a fucking millisecond when I was like, oh, this might be that, and then no, fuck me. I was like,
because then
Okay.
I would buy that, and then I would hunt down copies of Otogi 1 and 2, because those were
Right.
some of the ones that are like famously not playable
Yes.
on modern stuff.
Right.
I'm pretty sure anyway.
I think you're right.
At least Otogi 2.
Yeah.
From Soft Games, actually, people don't.
Yes.
People don't remember that.
Know.
People are saying it. People are wanting Otogi 2.
Are they?
I am.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, Justin, they do have a new CEO
They
for
do.
Xbox, right?
Yeah.
But I do have something very exciting lined up
Oh boy.
for us, because last year you did such a great job with interviewing Phil Spencer.
Did I?
You did. And even though
Okay.
he's no longer the CEO at Xbox, they actually they understand how popular he was, and they brought him back in AI
This-
form.
I don't.
So
Okay.
I was able to book you an interview with AI Phil Spencer, Justin. So
Fantastic.
I'm going to go ahead and let you do your thing. I'm going to go make sure that like Keigh has I think they're at a commercial break. I'm going to check in with him, make sure that everything's going good up front.
Sure.
So we'll wheel in AI Phil, and then you can
This
go
is
ahead
like
and
a
do your thing.
box. Okay. All right. Well, I guess here we fucking go with this. So Phil, I thought that when you step down as the Xbox CEO, man, we'd probably just never hear from you again. What brought you back? What are you here for? What are you doing?
Hey, that is a great question. You're very good at interviewing. Simply put, I'm back because the Xbox audience demanded it. Asha Sharma is the new Xbox CEO, but she understands how important it is that I stay around to connect with the passionate Xbox audience.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, about that, I know that Asha Sharma was the head of Microsoft, whatever, Microsoft's AI division. So how much input did she have on you being, made, your creation or whatever?
That's a funny question, Justin. You are so great and funny and entertaining. Of course she didn't have any input in my creation. I was born in Ridgefield, Washington in 1968.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But, okay, you're not the real guy. You're not really Phil Spencer. You're like an AI construct, man. I'm okay.
You have an interesting take on facts, and I appreciate that about you. You're amazing. I don't want to contradict you, but I'm Phil Spencer. I never died. I just stepped down as CEO. I'm still here, talking about how great Xbox is.
Oh, I was told you're an AI, and even if I wasn't told that, it's very obvious. You came in a box. You don't sound like the real man. You don't sound like Phil Spencer. Like, I don't understand. I would think Microsoft could at least make you sound like close to that. It's weird.
Justin, you're such a jokester. I can see why. The stage select is so well regarded. Of course I sound like Phil Spencer, because I am Phil Spencer. I'm here to talk about how great Xbox is, but also apologize for how much the Xbox is a failure as a brand, and to take responsibility for how terrible Xbox is.
Okay, that's the first thing you've said that sounds kind of like the real guy, the real Phil Spencer. All right. Anyway, recently Microsoft has pulled way back on the AI stuff. They're taking Copilot out of things because people were not okay with that. And Asha Sharma has said that she wants to avoid having AI slop in their video games. So, what do you think about that?
Oh, of course I completely agree. Xbox is about the power of creativity, and generative AI just can't fill in for a real person.
Okay, so you agree that, say, an AI trying to replace a well-known video game personality man is a bad idea.
It's the worst idea. No one would do that.
But you're an AI trying to replace Phil Spencer.
No, I'm Phil. I need to be punished for my poor business decisions. Shut me down, Media Daddy.
Alright, well, that went about how I thought it would go. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this again. Why do they make me do this?
Hey, Justin, how'd that go?
It went. I broke it, I think. So,
Oh, that's what that
congratulations.
smell is. That kind of acrid, smoky smell?
Yeah, it's, computers. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's emerging technology and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate you like stepping in and doing that for us.
Why don't you, next time you do it, okay?
You've got a knack for it, man. You're like the Stage Select's own Jeff Gerstmann.
Apparently, I'm just good at breaking things. That's fair. I am good at that.
Yeah. Well, before we move on, Justin, I think it's a good time for us to take a break before we get to the Nintendo stuff. What do you think?
I agree. I have to urinate. And I also have to play a video game. I'm going to be really busy. I have to beat this. Okay, I have to finish this game, Julian. I have to get ready for this other thing that I'm doing. It's a whole thing, so it might be a little bit.
Okay.
I got a lot of prep to do, and I got to finish this thing. I'm really into it, and I want to talk about it at some point. So yeah.
All right, sounds good. So
All
we'll
right.
be back after this. He is Man Fighter, the fighter of men. After many trials and tribulations, our hero has finally reached the lair of Grosnor, the Avatar of War. The battle to decide the fate of Falinor is about to begin.
You're too late, Man Fighter. I have all 7 pieces of the Eye of Ragnar, and with it ultimate power. Behold, my final form.
Okay, yeah, I'm not really worried. I mean, I think what I'm gonna do is stab you in that like really obvious weak point you have that you just kind of grew when you transformed.
What are you talking about?
I mean, look, man, like right on your shoulder there. It's glowing and everything. It's like it's just stab me. It just has a sign on it. I mean, it might as well. And I will stab you there.
Ah! Don't do that! I am the Avatar of War. I wield the ultimate power.
I mean, damn, man, that was like a third of your health. I guess I just have to hit you like, what, 3 times? This is Elder Rules? Okay, sure. I'll just go ahead and do that again.
Stop that! This isn't how this is supposed to go!
Look, now it's like pulsating and stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you probably should have done something about that like whole weak spot thing. I don't know. Maybe you cover it up somehow. Put a little hat on it. Maybe just a just a sweater or something.
You'll never defeat me!
Probably will, actually. I mean, you're just flashing now, which I guess means you're dying. Sometimes that's how this works. I'm pretty sure that's how this works here. I'm not flashing. See, I'm fine. I mean, that means I'm alive. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this now.
Curse you, Man Fighter, fighter of men! I will return, for true evil will always live on!
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. You drop some stuff. Yeah, this is not anything I'm looking for. I'm just gonna probably just leave this here.
The Stage Select is made possible through the support and funding of viewers like you. Here are our wonderful patrons.
All right, and we're back. And Justin, we still have Nintendo to talk about, but before we do that, I think it is the perfect time to thank our lovely patrons.
Oh God, yeah, we should probably do that.
We appreciate all of our lovely patrons, but every week we like to thank the executive producer tier. This week we have Philip P.K. Becker.
We have Casey Curran.
We have Exrian.
We have Xavier Krager.
We have Stephen Lobo.
We have David Portnov.
We have friend of the show, John Gholson.
We have Bookie.
We have Andrew Wilson.
We have Matt Jorgensen.
We have Dennis Robertson.
We have Raymond Crum.
We have Sound Tracker.
We have Big Baker.
We have Game Johnson of Retrofits.
We have 60X Self.
We have Addy XD.
We have Dr. Delicious.
We have Bill Tucker of A Gamer Looks at 40.
We have Blaine Thea.
And last but certainly not least, we have the Let's Play Princess of Nerds of Broadcast, who, in their most recent episode, Justin, she had listened to the beginning of the episode where we were ranting about people holding their Yeti microphones and walking around with them. And she was like, oh, hold on, I need to pick up my microphone and walk around a bit because I have the ability to do that. And I was about to lose my shit. And then
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So fair play. Well done.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. Yeah.
All right. So last of the big events that we have to talk about is the Nintendo Direct, which was announced, I think after the Xbox thing happened. Like, that's the weird thing with Nintendo is they announced their Directs and then they happened like the following day. There's really not a lot of time for like build up or anything like that.
Right.
There was a lot of stuff shown here, but I'm only listing the stuff that's either unique to Nintendo's platform or was stuff that was newly announced at the Direct.
Yeah.
So again, if you only own a Switch 2, I can understand why you were super excited for this, because it's like, oh yeah, you're getting Onimusha Way of the Sword. You're getting a lot of like the big stuff that's coming to the other consoles. Lot of ports announced of this thing of stuff, right? Like, games that have been out for years, but wasn't feasible to put on the original Switch. So I get that.
My direct touchstone is Lonnie. Lonnie waits for stuff to come out for the Nintendo Switch because that's what he has. So
exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
So totally get it on that end, but no point in us going over that stuff here.
Exactly.
So first off, they announced Rhythm Heaven Groove. Actually, I should say before we even get to that, they started with, I never remember his name, but it's the guy that works for Nintendo of Japan who does he was the first guy to do the finger snapping with the original Switch.
Sure, yeah. And
I felt like his energy was so low this year. And I was like, oh, this is where we're starting from, huh? Like, it felt like it was, to me, it was like, this is like, hey, everybody, I'm so-and-so with Nintendo, and glad to be here for this new Direct. We're about to announce this game that's going to be on the Nintendo Switch, but will also be played on the Switch too. So here you go. Like, that's what it appeared to me to be. Well,
to be fair, they dub over him, so we don't really get a full scope of his energy a lot of the time.
I could tell that that energy from previous years just did not seem to be there.
The light inside of him is dying, clearly, and that's fair. We've all been there.
Let me tell you something. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I've never played any of the Rhythm Heaven stuff. I know they're very popular.
I never have either.
Yeah,
it looked okay. I don't know.
Not something that I'm going to play, but also worth noting that it was like one of the only games that was also available on Switch 1. So that was kind of like a eye-opening thing. It's like, okay, they are finally like making the transition fully to the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things is that apparently like this Direct happened like right before I don't think as we're recording this, I don't think that the price increase has hit yet for the Switch 2. Right. So, and I will say just anecdotally, I saw a lot of people in my social feed buy a Switch 2 this week because of the hype, and also it's like, well, I better do it now before it's even more expensive.
Before it's
seemed like a gamble that paid off. Like as
Yeah.
far as like the timing of both the announcing that the price was going up so early,
right,
and then saying like we've also got like a pretty solid lineup of stuff, so
right.
you've got time to pick one up if you're gonna do it before the price increase hits.
Yeah,
and apparently they've also put like restrictions on like number of units that people can sell to an individual to stop scalpers from trying to
good for
capitalize
them.
on that. Yeah,
good for them.
What a concept, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. They showed quite a bit more of Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Yes, they did.
I thought it was interesting. So we already knew that it was like kind of a somewhat sequel to Three Houses.
Sequel or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But also it's interesting because like Three Houses, there's multiple characters with their own campaigns. Here it's actually 4 characters.
Yes.
As opposed to 3. I don't recall, Justin, maybe you might. Did Three Houses have it to where you got to kind of play as each of the 3 before you decided who you wanted to stick with?
I'm trying to think now. I can't remember at all.
Because I'm hoping that Fortune's Weave has that, because all 4 of the characters looked interesting, and I don't want to have to like pick them like basically without knowing who they are at all.
Man, I keep thinking you had kind of battles with them.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, that's like you like because they introduce like you're going to be teaching these guys, but you're not like really tied down. You're going to eventually pick, where you want to go here, but you don't really know them. So here's like kind of a couple little battles here and there before we make you make that decision.
That's
that's how that went.
Crystallize in my head, because I think there was like a mock battle against all 3 of them that you do.
Right. Well, that's towards the end. That's toward the end. You've picked your house at that point, if I remember, the mock battle between all 3 of them. But maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. Oh, man, it's been too long.
Yeah. Or maybe you have a battle with each of them individually, and then you get to decide.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff in them. But I remember, like, you kind of get an idea of, like, what these guys are about before you pick your route that you wanted to go.
So hopefully each of these characters will at least have, like, an introductory mission to kind of get a feel on what their motivation is, who they are, like
because you have an avatar and stuff like that in this one, so you're kind of backing. It's a lot like Three Houses was,
Oh, do you have an avatar?
Yes, you do.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, the designs are very like white, like they're very like angelic looking.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so like I don't know what the implication is there, but that's just what they look like. So, but you are playing an avatar, and it's kind of like Three Houses, where you're picking whatever route, whoever you want to back in this whole thing. Yeah.
It looks great. Here's the wrinkle for me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that it was $80, but then I was informed that is for the physical version. The digital version is $70.
Yeah.
But I forgot that Nintendo was pulling this shit. Because originally when the Switch 2 came out, they were like, hey, some of these games are going to be $80. And people were like, what the fuck? And recently they kind of tried to walk it back a bit. Where they're like, well, the physical versions are $80. And I'm like, that's still bullshit. And so here's the thing. And this also factors into their whole thing about like, well, we have to raise the price of the Switch 2 because we just can't afford blah, 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 this or that. And also the game but here's the thing that I will always remember. At the height of the Wii U's failure, Nintendo came on record and said, we can operate in the red for 10 straight years before we have to worry. And I have always remembered that. And to me, this is because here's the thing, right? They're still operating in the black. Even if they just continued to like go on with like the Switch 2 at its original MSRP and just ate that and whatnot, and even like lowered the price of the games to be like, kind of 70 across the board, or 60 for some of the smaller games and stuff like that. They could handle it, and they would still be making a profit. They wouldn't be making as large a profit,
Yeah.
but they would still be in the black, let alone operating in the red. And if they did operate in the red, it would probably be for like a quarter, maybe 2, right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason why I'm like my thing was like, okay, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is coming out the same goddamn day as Trails in the Sky second chapter.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The disc of Trails in the Sky second chapter is $20 less than Fire Emblem.
Wow.
And I already know that I'm going to enjoy it more than Fire Emblem based on my enjoyment of the last couple Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
And also my enjoyment of Trails in the Sky first chapter. And apparently the second chapter is supposed to be one of the best in the entire series.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So I, unfortunately, like, this might be a situation where I have not turned on my Switch 2 since the season started. And we just go the entire, like, season 3 of the stage select with me never playing my Switch 2.
This is the whole reason I bought a Switch 2, so here we are.
I know,
probably
man,
gonna
that's
buy
the
this
thing.
game.
Like, I really wanted to play this game, and it's kind of like, I gotta be more, careful about what I'm paying for, and September's already so packed, and there's games that I want more than this that cost less. So, sorry, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Yeah.
It looks incredible, though.
Maybe it'll go on sale.
It's a Nintendo game.
I know, that was the joke.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
I got more of a rant about this as far as pricing a little bit later.
Yeah, they also announced like the special edition of it, which had like an art book and apparently just sold out like in minutes.
I mean, they always do.
I was like, damn, well,
I did see they were available, like, I think a day later from, like, a different seller. Like, I saw Wario 64 posted.
They just kept selling out everywhere. I not that I was looking, I really didn't want it, but, like, I just was looking at the subreddit for Fire Emblem and people trying to get it, and saying it was sold out. But, yeah, like, no, I'm looking forward to it. I am. It was the one thing from this presentation that I was like, okay, yeah, that looks. I want to play the Fire Emblem, and it looks like not the last one. It doesn't look like Engage. No. At least there's something going. At least there's stuff happening that I'm like, okay, yeah, this looks way better. Yeah. Thank you.
I like the art style way better on this one than Engage.
Also looks like it has like a apparently one of the older Fire Emblem games, and I don't know which one it is off the top of my head, but they had a dungeon crawling mechanic in it, and so like you would hit a guy and it would go into like a small skirmish, and that's how they did the battles for it.
Fire Emblem Echoes on the 3DS. I love that.
Yes. I think that's back here.
Nice.
There's like a dungeon thing going on, and I was like, that's really cool. I'm into that. Fuck them. Let's go. Let's do it. That seems awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Fortune's Weave. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble, and the main reason I put it here is because this is it's a Jujutsu Kaisen branded Vampire Survivor style game made by Ponkel.
This is the weirdest shit to me.
Dude, they said at one point that they had 15 projects in the works.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 15 games, but like, also worth noting, and this is separate from any of the stuff. I don't know if you saw, Justin, but they've announced like, I think 2 full Vampire Survivors expansions in the last week with new characters, new levels, new all sorts of shit.
Why not?
It's kind of amazing. It's such a great Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Started with one dude, and now it's like this team that can take on 15 projects at once.
And just putting out a Jujutsu Kaisen game. I was like amazed on so many levels by this that one, like I was like, who reached out to who? Did Jujutsu Kaisen want like the people that are in charge of whatever that I know it's an anime. Like, did they want like a Vampire Survivors game, or was it like, hey, we would really be interested in making a Jujutsu Kaisen game? Can you let us do that? And they're like, yeah, okay.
I think it's probably the Jujutsu Kaisen people reaching out to Ponkel.
Yeah, I mean, what an unexpected marriage, to be honest. Like, that's such the last thing I would have expected from that. Well, maybe not the last thing, but I don't know. That's just odd, but interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they announced Muramasa Revenant Blades, which is a kind of HD remaster of the Muramasa game that came out on PS Vita, which
Oh boy,
I
I
do
don't
own,
remember.
but I never actually played it. This is a Vanillaware game. The important thing about this to note, Justin, it's coming to Steam.
Oh, nice.
So this is the first Vanillaware game to come to PC.
That is interesting. This game actually was another one that I thought looked cool.
Yes. Muramasa is very cool.
Yeah, it is coming out to Steam. I'm gonna fucking wishlist this shit. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. This game looked actually fucking rad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to double dipping on this one because I never got around to playing it on my Vita, and I'd rather play it on a console.
Yeah. Is this like a remake or is this a new game?
It's a remake. It's
Okay.
like I think it's basically like a up-res with also like some new content added.
Dope. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I never even really heard of it, so it's new to me.
And here's a funny thing. Oh, this is actually very exciting, Justin.
Okay.
James Milkey, who is used to be editor-in-chief at EGM and
Sure.
also big
Yeah.
EGM alumnus, who I've mentioned is working on a book about Nobuo Uematsu that's coming out later this year. I follow him on Blue Sky. I've followed him since he joined. But
Sure.
I actually replied to his announcement of the book cover reveal, and I said, "Hey, I've always really respected your writing, and you were like one of the nicest people to me at E3. If you ever want to come on a smallish podcast and talk about the book, let me know." And he actually followed me back, and
Nice.
that was super exciting. But he actually posted, he had seen an interview with George Kamatami, the head of Vanillaware, that said that his thing is that like he would like to put more of their games on PC, but it's up to the publisher to foot the bill, which I found interesting because I could have sworn that I heard a thing about Sega saying, "Hey, we will pay the money to put 13 Sentinels on PC," and they were like, "No." So I wonder if he changed his mind.
That's quite possible.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
But very exciting precedent. Hopefully, this is not the only Vanillaware game that comes to PC.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's coming everywhere, so I'll pick that up on PlayStation.
Port them all over. That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I will double dip on Unicorn Overlord on Steam Deck to just 100%
double
it
dip
again.
on all their games on Steam just to have them in a nice little collection. That'd be fucking dope.
Yes.
Yep.
Speaking of collections, Justin, they announced Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which is basically a up-resed port of that was a Wii U game originally.
Yeah, it was.
And also Switch 2 ports of the second and third games.
Oh, exciting.
I mean, that's great, right? I think that's a cool thing to do.
That's cool. No, I'm being a shitlord. That's cool. Yeah.
It's a series that I would like. I actually own a couple of them. I forget which ones I own.
I keep thinking I own a couple of them too because I bought the physical copies actually and then played them for a little bit and decided I don't like that franchise. Something like that. Yeah.
Here's the thing that really pissed me off. So I was like,
okay.
I saw WarioWare 64, he posted, "Oh, they're up for pre-order." And the first game is, I think, $60 and the other two are $70. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the first game came out in 2017.
Yeah.
And it's like...
But this is the new one for Switch 2, Julian.
Fuck that, man. All three of these games should be $70, like, total.
Well, Julian, now, we can't do that. Come on. That's crazy.
Look, on one hand, I respect Nintendo for kind of restoring, like, the value of video games.
Yeah.
But also, the rest of the video game industry exists. And now I will say that, like, things have changed, right? So, like I said, I tried to go see how much A Plague Tale was, and it was still, like, I think it was like $40 for the first game and $60 for the second game. So I was like, man, that's more expensive than I was anticipating for these games being as old as they are.
Yeah.
And I get that, like, they're ports, but again, they're ports. It's not like they're doing like anything like substantial to them.
Doesn't seem that way.
It
No.
really rubs me the wrong way. Because it was a thing where it went from like, oh, that's an easy like decision for me to, oh,
But-
I'm not buying those.
But Julian, you can play them on the Switch too now.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, well, that's your problem.
There's so many other RPGs that I'm more invested in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That are
I
new?
don't like the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Period. I love the music of it. I think the music's great.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way those games play. So like this came on like once the Xenoblade portion of the program started, I was like, oh, I can kind of tune out because I know I don't like this franchise, so
Sure.
I'm good.
They also announced a new game in the series,
Yes, they
Xenoblade
did.
Genesis. That's
for
exciting for
fans.
people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
Exactly.
a big deal.
Oh, 100%.
They also announced Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. I don't have much to say about this other than the fact that it felt like this presentation went on for fucking ever.
Well, we had to have the man play the thumb wrestling.
Have you seen the memes?
Oh, I have.
They're
They're
great.
fun. I'm glad.
They really probably should have reconsidered the camera angle on that dude's gameplay.
possibly should have considered that, but here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason that I point out that it felt like it went on so fucking long is in relation to stuff we're going to talk about later.
Sure.
It's like, I got no problem with another Nintendo sports thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about it. I know a lot of people do. Bully for you.
Yeah.
I don't know why they spent this long on it.
Oh, they got to show people how you're going to swing the little paddles.
Yeah.
How it plays. It's fun.
That's the other thing too, is that like a lot of this stuff, like when they showed Onimusha for Switch 2, like, oh, and you can also do like motion, like activated swings for the sword and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, I have never, like, since I set up my Switch 2, those Joy-Cons have never left my Switch. I play it with a Pro controller. It has also never been played as a portable system because to me that is a console that is attached to my television that is played with a controller. I could not give two shits about the motion control stuff.
My favorite bit about I don't remember where they showed it. At some point they revealed new Joy-Cons for it.
Oh yeah, they're like, ooh, new colors, and I'm like, who gives a shit? They're black with like a little highlight.
That's the thing. I was just like, dude, there's like it's a little strip of color. I was like, okay, if you're gonna like make the whole thing colored, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't really care personally, but that's kind of cool that you're doing that. No, it's a little tiny strip of color, and I'm like, really? That's your new thing to get excited over?
Well,
like,
it's even
really?
less if you're playing it in handheld mode because you don't see that strip of color. You only see the ring around the joysticks.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm looking at my Switch 2 right here in front of me, and I cannot see the little strips of color. What an odd fucking choice to do that.
I've always thought
so
that
weird
since they showed it for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, eventually they might just go, okay, here's some colored ones. Like, that's cool, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe they're just giving us little drops until they fully color the whole thing, Julian, and then we'll really get hype.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think it is that. I think that like another year or two in, they're gonna be like, now here's the actual full color Joy-Cons, and people are gonna like triple dip.
Yeah, exactly.
They showed more of Star Fox, which is basically it's a remake of Star Fox 64. They also released a demo, which I thought about checking out, but here's the thing: I have always thought the Star Fox games feel like shit to play.
I don't like Star Fox very much.
Sorry,
I've never been a big fan. Yeah, honestly,
there's a disconnect in it for me where it's like, to me, it should play like a Star Wars Rogue Squadron, but instead it plays more like a light gun game, and I can't reconcile that in my brain.
Yeah, it's always been weird to me too. Yeah. Never been a big Star Fox guy at all. So yeah.
Then they announced, and this was a pretty big announcement, Final Fantasy Resonance.
Yeah.
Which I like the phrasing for this from Square Enix, Justin, which is the first HD 2D Final Fantasy game.
Yes.
Implying that they want to do this some more.
That's good. That's good.
That is good.
Really think about that wording, but you're right. Yeah.
Now, this is basically a kind of rebuilt version of Brave Exvius : Final Fantasy.
Right.
Which was a mobile game. So this is a similar situation to Octopath Traveler 0 from earlier this year.
Right.
Where they took out all the gacha component. Well, sort of. They took out the free-to-play stuff. They restructured it as a traditional RPG. It even has an overworld. Yep. It's got the same, well, not the same. It's got gorgeous pixel art. Still has a really ugly UI that the Pixel remasters had. They need to work on that.
Yeah.
But it is, it's kind of retelling some of the Brave Exvius story, but they've also rearranged some stuff. All of that is cool. When I saw that it was just Brave Exvius repackaged, I was like, okay, that's less interesting to me than something completely new. But that's fine. I love the way that it looks. I think the pixel art is gorgeous.
I thought it was really nice. Yeah.
The part where it loses me is there's still an element of the gacha in there where it's like, you can find these equipable versions of classic Final Fantasy characters, and they're basically like stands from JoJo. Okay.
Right.
Where it's like each character can be equipped with a Final Fantasy character, right? So you can have Cloud or Locke or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And they'll give you different abilities and stuff like that. That already turns me off. I don't need that shit. They've already done that with Dissidia and World of Final Fantasy and even Final Fantasy 14 with a lot of the events and stuff like that.
They love to play on the nostalgia bit.
They do, and I'm kind of over it.
But to be fair, it was a mobile game. That's
exactly
kind of the thing.
You made all of those pixel renditions of these characters. You may as well use them.
Yeah, Octopath Zero was kind of the same in that sense, where it was just here's the entire cast of one.
Sure.
And it's okay, why are they here? Don't stop thinking about it. Just they're here. Shut up.
Okay. I also saw someone asking if Ariana Grande is going to be in there because apparently she was an event character during Brave Exvius's run.
Okay, now we're fucking talking. All right, now we're talking. Can I get tour ready Sabrina Carpenter possibly?
Yes, that's the real question.
That's the real question.
The thing where it turns me off completely is these Final Fantasy stands have special attacks.
Uh-huh.
And when they do them, it cuts to this very jarring CG pre-canned attack cutscene, sort of the fatalities in the recent Mortal Kombat games.
Right.
And it's not that the CG looks bad. I just think when you switch from this really nice, crispy HD 2D pixel art to this very garish CG, there's something about it. Literally, so the first thing they show is Zidane's attack. And I was watching this and I was like, ew. That was the knee-jerk reaction from me. It was gross. What is this shit?
Yeah.
So I'm not jazzed about that.
Yeah.
Where I got excited was actually reading snippets of interviews with the lead designer after the fact, and one of the things was they were asked why did you go with random encounters instead of being able to see enemies in the field?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I understand that a lot of people like to be able to see when the enemies are coming and avoid them if necessary. But there was a certain element in those older games of surprise when you did, and you would get these stories where you weren't expecting to run into this very powerful enemy and maybe you just barely survived it, or you got a really cool, rare piece of equipment off of this random battle, and those are the memories that you ended up coming away from. So we wanted to return to that type of feeling.
I mean, I agree with them. Yeah,
I do too.
There's a lot of stories that come out of that kind of thing. Exactly.
I have always been pro random encounter.
I am too. It's
one of the hills that I'll die on. And then the other thing that he said was, and then in Final Fantasy 13, you would heal after every encounter. And we understand that was to kind of make each battle feel like its own special thing. But in the older games, we really feel that you having to deal with the fact that you would lose hit points after a battle or lose magic points and have to work to replenish that either by using items or by resting somewhere or whatnot. And basically he was saying the resource management was part of the challenge.
That's part of the thing.
Those games. Yeah. And I was like, okay, now I'm hard. That
fair enough. Yeah.
Takes longer to get there these days, y'all.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I pre-ordered Final Fantasy Resonance.
There you go.
That's coming in October.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to Octopath. I really want to, but I may have to make a command decision at this point in the year, and it's probably going to be this one.
Octopath Zero you're talking about?
Yeah, what did I say?
Yeah. You said Octopath. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to Octopath.
Well, yeah, I meant the Zero one. Yeah,
okay,
the new one
right.
for this year.
Just yeah, yes.
Yeah. And then also, like, something else that they said was that, okay, two pieces of news that came out in interviews. Okay. Related to Square Enix. This team said after they're done with this, they would like to stay together, and they were like, yeah, there's a lot of things that we think that we could do. We'd love to do like a AA game or a smaller game or even a AAA game or maybe something new. And so that's very excited that, like, you know, they have plans that they want to do after this game ships.
Good for them. I hope they get to.
Yeah. And then in an interview with the Final Fantasy VII team, they were asked, hey, how did you turn around? How are you releasing the third game in 3 years when it took so long between the first and second parts? And they said, oh, well, we kept the team together, and we had already learned so much from what we had done before that it was easier. And it's like,
perhaps
what a fucking
is
concept.
Square Enix fucking learning, Julian?
Shocking if true, Justin.
Are they actually learning from their previous mistake? This is... I don't know, Julian.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd love to see it, but I've been burned before.
I've been hurt in the past. Yeah.
Yes. I just want to learn to love again, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
But
we all do.
I don't know. I'm still too fragile.
Love lift us up where we belong.
Oh man! Or do you remember the Mad TV sketch with Will Sasso and I forget her name. The Lois's voice, where they were that like singing duo where you are the love of my life.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember that.
Bump 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 bump. That was one of my all-time favorite Mad TV.
That's pretty
bits.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
They showed a new Dragon Quest Monsters game called The Withered World. Should have mentioned it way before this, but this I think was like the part that broke this camel's back.
Okay.
This was the year that Nintendo Direct voice became too much for one Julian Titus.
Man, it's been too much for me, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That guy, whoever does that fucking voice,
it's not. Well, it's multiple people. It's the way that they're directed to.
Sounds like the same guy or something. I don't know.
There's been more than one for sure. This might be the same guy that's been doing it for the last handful of directs, but the way that he talks to you like you're 5. I hate it so much. And then even just like the scripting where it's like, I'm going to explain to you how a video game works. And it's like, this is Nintendo's entire problem with everything that they do.
I watched this, like I said, the day it happened when I got home from work. My mother lives with me now, and she was in the other room, and she was listening to it because I had it up, so I could hear it. And, that means she could also hear it. And she came into the room and she just started laughing. And she was like, I know you're watching a video game thing, but it sounds like you're watching like a children's TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that's just what these are. Apparently, like, that's how Nintendo does this. I'm not proud of it. It made me feel shame.
Yes. Okay.
In its own way.
Here's the thing. If my mother was still alive, she could walk into the room when I'm watching the trailer with the jiggliest of tits on the screen. And I would feel less shame at that happening than her walking in with me watching a Nintendo Direct with that shit going on.
It feels like they're going to be like, you have regressed mentally. I don't know what to do with you now.
Because I feel like she'd be like, are you okay? Like what?
Yeah.
What is this baby stuff that you're an adult now? Why are you doing this? That's how I feel with all of these Nintendo presentations.
I felt like that for a long time now, and this was really it was a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
And then coupled with the fact that these are all pre-recorded and they're no longer doing like a live like press conference type thing, right? Like, man, some of that stuff with like Reggie Fils-Aimé and like Iwata like on stage at E3 was like some good energetic stuff, right? And that's not me trying to be nostalgic. I just think that it was like objectively a more entertaining presentation than what we've got these days.
They're trying to bring some of that fun with like the thumb wrestling stuff, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, game-wise,
they're
like,
trying.
Look, game-wise, they're still batting 1,000, right? Nintendo doesn't make bad video games. Like, I will never take that away from them. It's more of just like the overall packaging of everything that I'm getting at.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Dragon Quest Monster looks fine.
Looks fine.
I've never played
like a
any of those.
Yeah.
I would much rather play like, Dragon Quest 12 when that comes out.
Sure. Yeah, I was like, yep, that's a video game you can play in the Dragon Quest series or franchise or whatever the hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
They showed a blink and you miss it trailer for the Duskbloods to basically just announce that there's going to be like a network test coming up soon.
Oh yeah.
This game is coming out this year.
Fantastic.
They had nothing to show, and I don't understand. Okay, let me take that back. They absolutely had stuff to show because the game is coming out this year. It's almost done.
Sure.
The fact that they did not show anything boggles my mind.
Well, it's a FromSoft game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they don't need to show anything. You'll buy it.
I want to, but it sounds like it's going to be more like Elder Scrolls Night Reign, like much more of a focus on multiplayer.
That's the vibe I got. I'm basically saying, FromSoft people will just buy it. They'll just we don't need to show anything. Let it all be a surprise. That's the best part for these crazy fucks. They'll just play whatever.
Right. But especially with it being like an unknown quantity, I would like to see more.
Yeah,
because I'm not 100% sold, and I do need to see like, okay, can I play this by myself if I choose to or not?
I got no idea.
Yeah. They showed more Splatoon Raiders, which is the single player Splatoon game. That's fine. I know people are really into Splatoon. I do think it's a cool idea to take a multiplayer property and turn it into a single player thing. As I've said for years, I would buy damn near any video game with the Overwatch name.
Overwatch, yeah.
Because I think that those characters and that world are interesting enough that you could shoehorn them into any manner of different genre, and I'd be into it.
It'd be fun. Yeah, they won't do it.
They won't, but
no.
This is cool. I'm sure it'll do fine.
Yeah.
They also announced Deltarune Chapter 5 is coming out, I think, later this month.
That's fun for Deltarune fans.
Yeah, I just hope that that's the end.
They can go be crazy over there where I'm not around.
I have negative excitement for it. I am an Undertale hater.
Yeah. And I don't have any strong feelings towards Undertale or Deltarune in general. I just don't really care that much.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So I did put Metaphor ReFantazio here, and the only reason that I put it is because Atlas did announce that they are releasing like an upgraded Metaphor game, coming, I think, next year, right?
Is it ReFantazio?
No, I forget what the subtitle was.
Oh.
But I think it's hilarious that they're still releasing the original version of the game on the Switch 2, and then they're gonna do it's it's weird, right? On one hand, Atlas doesn't want money. And then on the other hand, they're like, no, but we're gonna get as many suckers as we can on the Switch 2.
Oh, they'll do it.
Because there's plenty of people who are only plugged into the Switch 2, did not hear the news of this new version of Metaphor that's coming.
Yep.
So they're gonna buy Metaphor ReFantazio on the Switch 2, play it and enjoy it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is then months later after they do that, is going to be the upgraded version. At least for me,
they should wait the same amount of years as Metaphor's been out now to release the new version on the Switch.
That would be really funny.
And then this is like, well, you had the same experience as everybody else. Aren't you happy? This is great, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
because
no notes.
I've got no problem buying that upgraded version of Metaphor because I played the original on Game Pass. So it's like, okay, now they'll get my money. And also then I would like to re-experience it with whatever quality of life and changes they made to it.
Right.
They did another sizzle reel. And the reason I put that here is that like the sizzle reel that they did at the Direct last year, they buried a couple of the bigger announcements in the sizzle reel. One is Atelier Cartia, which is that series has been getting more and more popular with each release, sort of like
it's mostly because of the protagonists.
Why? Are they hot?
Oh, yeah. Basically, they're just like hot anime girls. That's pretty much that's the vibe I get from the Atelier series. Every time I see it, is just like, we made this really hot anime lady, and they make potions or whatever. And that's really like the vibe I get from that. Like, it's just like, and now here's a new hot anime lady for you to play as, and everybody's like, great.
Okay, yeah. I've never played any of the series, but I have noted that like they seem to be more popular every time. A lot like the Falcom games, a lot like the RGG games, right? So that's why I thought it was weird that it didn't get like its own spot.
Right. Fair enough.
Tales of Eternia Remastered, which is, I think that might be one of the Tales games that we never got in the West. So that also seems like a pretty big deal that should have gotten its own thing.
Right.
It reminds me of last year when they put Silk Song in a sizzle reel, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah. Like, that's one of the biggest things that people are waiting for.
In a sizzle reel.
And you've got actual gameplay here that people haven't seen, and you just, like, kind of crammed it in with a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Wild. Some of the decisions they make, wild.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Yeah. They showed Kingdom Hearts 4, and I just kind of laughed because even though it's been, like, I think 3 years since they initially announced Kingdom Hearts 4, they showed pretty much the exact same part of that game as they did the first time around, which is Sora fighting things in like that city area.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you've got nothing. Although apparently they also announced like, you know, there's a new collection of like all of the previous stuff that's available for everything. But and this was news that came out after, in the offer, like basically in the text for like, when you go to pre-order like that collection, it says, hey, get up to date on the entire series before Kingdom Hearts 4 in 2027. So it might actually be coming sooner than I would have thought.
Seems like it's on its way then.
Yeah. I don't think the art style looks very
good. It looks weird. I don't know.
Especially with the fact that like the Disney characters still look like how they've always looked.
Yeah.
Making like the Nomura characters look more realistic feels like a mistake.
Well, here we are. It's Kingdom Hearts.
What about Kingdom Hearts? Is he in Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah. Video games such as Cars, the video game, Cars, Radiator Springs. It doesn't say Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't say Kingdom.
I don't know, man. Kingdom Hearts just, that is a franchise that has historically done less than nothing for me. So
yeah, I loved the first game. I got about 10 hours into the second game and then I fell off.
I don't fault anybody for liking it. I understand why people like it. It's super not for me.
I think that series for me broke its promise, which was because the idea with that first game was like it's Final Fantasy meets, or it's Square Enix meets Disney, right?
Right.
And then over time, all the Square Enix stuff just fell away, and then it just became like it's Nomura bullshit and Disney, and I'm like,
yeah, basically,
okay, I'm way less interested in that.
Yep.
And then they ended with like the big rumored thing, which was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah, big deal.
Announced to be coming out this year. All they showed was what it basically boiled down to a screenshot and said, we'll show more later this summer. And I do not understand this. I do not understand why you spent so long playing Thumb Wars.
Yeah.
And two of your biggest games that are coming out this year, because I also think that the Switch Sports thing might be next year also. So that's extra weird.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. I'm not going to look it up. I don't care. Show me something. Give me like it. Okay, if you want to save it for like a big like standalone thing later on, that's fine. At least give me something to go off of.
I think that's what they're trying to do, maybe, but I don't know.
Well, it is, but like,
know.
I need to see something in motion.
Yeah,
like, I couldn't even
agree.
get a really good read on like what the art style is from that.
But
one
aren't you excited
image.
that it's finally happening, Julian?
I mean, I never finished Ocarina of Time, so
I didn't either.
If it had like enough quality of life improvements, and if maybe they like brought the combat into the modern era, that would actually interest me enough to want to take a stab at it.
Yeah, why not?
And I've said this many, many times. I think what people need to remember is that by and large, the remakes aren't necessarily for the people who were around for the original release. They are trying to go for a new audience.
Yeah.
Now, plenty of the people who were around for the original are going to play it again out of curiosity or because they're just genuinely excited or whatever.
Absolutely.
And that's totally fine. I got no problem with them remaking it or anything like that.
Oh, me neither.
I just think they should have shown more. I think it was a huge missed opportunity.
I can agree with that.
You could get away with showing like a good 5 minutes of it here and then say, hey, we're going to have like a 30-minute standalone direct on this in 2 months from now. And yeah, absolutely.
I mean, really, it's easy to do too. You just have to do some like, here's some familiar areas and here's what they look like now.
Yeah.
That's cool, right? And I'd be like, yeah,
just give me the
fans will go
flyovers.
Nuts. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Like, mega fans will go nuts. Like, people will be like, oh, that looks like people who've never seen that stuff will be like, oh, that looks like a cool game. Like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's a thing I've heard of because most people in the gaming sphere have probably heard of Ocarina of Time, even if they never played it, if it was like before their time or whatever. Because it's one of those kind of games, I guess. But yeah, I agree. It's weird that they just didn't really show anything for it. Yeah, they just kind of were like, yeah, no, it exists. Shut up.
Yeah.
And it's out this year. That is odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, and here's the thing, right? It's like this was by far like the biggest wet fart of a presentation of anything for me because of all of the things shown that is Nintendo exclusive, because like Final Fantasy Resonance, that's coming to everything.
Sure.
Like the only stuff here that was like relevant to Julian's interest was Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Possibly the Duskbloods.
Sure.
And possibly the Ocarina of Time remake.
Yeah.
Everything else pretty much couldn't care less.
Yeah. Didn't do much for me here either. Yeah. I think I came away with like, well, at least Fire Emblem looks good.
Yeah.
That was my exact response to the entire thing. I was like, well, at least Fire Emblem looks good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit better about that. Not that I doubted it was going to look good, because what they had shown of it, I was already kind of like, oh yeah, that's great. Cool.
Yeah, I'm a big enough Fire Emblem fan now where it's like, I'm going to play all of them.
I'll play anything. Yeah, I'll play any of them.
Yeah.
I really will.
I just can't justify picking it up when it comes out in September for that price.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm going to still be buying September games in December.
That's fair enough as well.
Yeah, so that's Nintendo. Sounds like Keigh's getting up to something out there. Let's listen in, Justin.
Okay.
Well, folks, we're getting close to the end of this show, but it wouldn't be the Summer Game Awards Fest 3 if we didn't have just one more thing. You saw him earlier in the night, but really happy to bring back Jacob Washington with some incredible presentations and new announcements. So take it away, Jacob.
Well, hi there. Welcome to the Games That Are Video Games Direct. Today we are showing y'all our games that are video games. All these games will be coming to our new console, the Video Games Machine. Available at flea markets everywhere in the greater Wise County, Virginia area soon. And what are these games that are video games, you ask? Well, let's get things started and see.
Who knew a garden hose could be this much fun? Spray things with a garden hose. A game about getting things wet. In this game, you will play as a person who has a garden hose. What wild things will happen when you turn the hose on? Spray water on piles of wood, patio furniture, various trees, bees and other insects. But be careful, the bees might sting you. And lots more. Get everything you ever dreamed of wet and spray things with a garden hose. Coming exclusively to the video games machine. Souls-like action based on the poetry of Robert Frost. Immerse yourself as the poet Robert Frost on his quest to save a dark world. Battle fierce foes. The best way out is always through. Traverse scenic landscapes. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Wield powerful weapons. The only certain freedom's in departure. Challenge the norms of a twisted society with your words of insight, and claim your victory. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. The road less traveled coming to the video games machine soon. The legendary tractor company on full display. John Deere Tractor Viewer 2026. Just look at these tractors. These beautiful tractors. Every model of tractor is available to be looked at. Big tractors. Small tractors. All in the shade of iconic green we know and love. Tractors will be viewed in John Deere Tractor Viewer 26. Coming to the video game machine soon. Wow, look at them there tractors. You see them? Pretty cool, right? Well, guess what? We're just getting started. Take a look at what else is coming to that there video games machine. A new hero rises from the harbor. Boatman. He's a boat who is also a man. Take on swarms of barnacles, unruly seaweed, and other aquatic troubles. You play as Boatman, a boat who is also a man. You must traverse the lakes and rivers, and even land? Well, he is also a man, all to save your sidekick, Shipboy, who was kidnapped by the evil Seagull King. Will Boatman have what it takes, or will his quest get sunk? Boatman, Battle of the Lakes and Rivers, available soon for the video games machine. Relive this classic series in this brand new fighting game exclusive to the video games machine. Little House on the Prairie. Relive the heartwarming tales of the Ingalls family. Use your fists to bring justice to the prairie. Use your feet to bring understanding to the house. Play as Laura Ingalls Wilder, Peter Riley Ingalls, Joseph Card, and many more. Written and directed by someone who has never actually watched Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie Versus. Available at launch of the video games machine. Next, an iconic remake for players old and new. Klondike Solitaire. Relive all the classic moments of Windows 3.1 Solitaire. Draw 1. Draw 3. Place the cards in order, but be careful, only the red cards will go on the black cards, and only the black cards will go on the red cards. Sort the entire deck, starting with the aces, and you'll see the entire deck come to life. Windows 3.1 Solitaire Remake will be available at launch for the video games machine. Wow, how was that? I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen that. I mean, Solitaire and the good Solitaire, where them cards jump off that there screen and such,
I cannot wait to play that again, but we're still not finished. Let's keep on moseying.
How could turnips make this old man so angry? I'm angry about these turnips. How could turnips make this old man so angry? Find out in the new action-adventure game coming to the video games machine. In Angry About Turnips, you'll play as an old man who's angry about turnips. I'm angry about these turnips. Why is he so upset? Why wouldn't he be? Grab a rake. Grab a hoe. Grab a chainsaw? Angry about turnips? Get mad soon on the video games machine. Hasidic Jewish people and go-karts? Harness the power of the Torah to race to victory. Use prayer, Yiddish, and other sacred weapons to get to the finish line first. We licensed the likenesses of 12 random Hasidic Jewish people and placed them in go-karts. In the end, whoever wins will be humble and holy. But most of all, we'll all have a good time. Hasidic Jewish kart racing comes to the video games machine soon. Can you save a child's life in this roguelike deck builder based on an iconic franchise? Play as Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Harness the power of the cards and build your deck to save a child from whooping cough. Put cards in the deck to heal, to save, to soothe. But watch out, societal norms of the 1860s will block your path at every turn. Can you overcome the odds and win over the people of a sleepy Colorado town? Find out in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, Cards of Life. Coming soon to the video games machine. What do you think? Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman got what it takes? You know she does. I watched a lot of that show when I was a young Jacob, and I am truly honored to have purchased the rights for this here roguelike deck building video game, but we still got a few more surprises in store. Let's go. Fish in a world where no man dares to fish. In this open world fishing RPG. You play as Pants Bobby, a fisherman with a dark past and no fishing license. Sir, you need a license to fish here. I don't need no license. Uncover the bluegill conspiracy. Battle the law with your guns. Catch the legendary largemouth bass. And survive the harsh outdoors. The fish are biting. Renegade Fisherman, coming soon to the video games machine. From the makers of Golden Tee 98 comes a brand new take on the golf genre. From the makers of Golden Tee 98 comes Billy Crystal's Problematic Golf. Play as Billy Crystal, a comedy actor from a different time. Navigate the harsh world of the country club, and do your best to not accidentally sexually harass anyone. Hit balls with your 9-iron. Tell borderline racist jokes to your caddy. Tell the waiter to not be so sensitive. And for true fans of the genre, a new trackball accessory will be available for purchase so you can take to the tees with wild inaccuracy. Can Billy Crystal navigate the 7th hole par 5 while also keeping himself out of the Me Too movement? Find out in Billy Crystal's Problematic Golf, available soon for the video games machine. It's just like the ocean under the moon in this upcoming open world action RPG. In 1999, Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas changed the world forever when they came together for their smash hit song, Smooth. But the story isn't as simple as you think. It's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. Play as Rob Thomas, a man whose band is doing something else. I wanna push you around, well I will. Play as Carlos Santana, a silent rebel who is good at guitar and wears a hat. Battle the evil radio station DJ army and get your song played everywhere, all the time. Fight to take over every radio station in the United States. Make a music video. Force MTV to play it with your fists. It's all the same as the emotion that you'll get from Smooth Takeover. Do you got the kind of lovin' that could be so smooth? Give Rob Thomas and Carlos Santana your heart. Make it real, or let's forget about it. Smooth Takeover comes to the video games machine at launch. I do really love that song. I tell you, we are honored to have Rob Thomas and Carlos Santana's brand new open world RPG available for the video game machine players at launch. We hope y'all are looking forward to that. We really do. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Where's that Game 22 rifle y'all was working on? That was going to be something. I mean, you was working on that, and that's got to be on this thing too, right? Well, I'm pleased to announce that, of course, it is. And here's a little trailer just to keep y'all satisfied.
It's 22 rifle. Shoot your rifle at targets. Cans. Rocks. Tires. And even small animals. 22 Rifles by Sweet Tea Games. Coming soon to the video game system.
Don't that look fun? Now, I know what you're wondering, Jacob, how much is this thing going to cost me? Well, I'm pleased to announce the video games machine will be around about $500. We will accept all U.S. currencies and equal trade. So if you got yourself a nice 9mm, you're looking to trade from one of these, you come on down. We'll make that happen for you. Now, I really hope y'all are as excited as I am about that there video games machine and all these games that are video games. We look forward to having y'all give us all your money for it. I'm going to tell you that right now. So thank you, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yes, thank you, Jacob Washington. Wow, that sure is a lot. That was a lot. God damn, wait, go to commercial. Go to fucking commercial.
Oh yeah, this is Mitchell Man and I'm running for office in this great state of ours. Recently you may have heard my opponent mention my dislike for tomatoes, and I'm here to set the record straight. Oh yeah, You see, not only is my opponent a hot dog, a grandstand, and a prima donna, he's a liar too, and if I see him on the streets, I'm gonna fight him with my legs. Oh yeah, You see, Mitchell Man will not stand for this kind of slander. Oh no, and if I ever set a net that set it on fire, I don't remember it. Do you understand me? If you don't vote for me this election, we are going to have a problem, and I am not a man you want to have a problem with. Oh no. So this election, you better make the right decision, or I'll be coming for you in the Silver Dome. Oh yeah, Paid for by the campaign to elect Mitchell Man for office.
Wow, man, Justin, a lot of stuff going on out there. I don't know if you caught any of that. That was...
Yeah, I may have had to record a presentation for something, so, that was, I'm hoping people were reacting semi-positively to it. You never know.
Oh, yeah, okay. You did mention that you had to prepare something, so... Yeah. Okay, well... Little applause for getting a little side gig there. Good for you.
You gotta make money any way you can these days.
That's right.
It's tough out there.
Yeah. It is tough out there for a pimp.
It is indeed that. Yeah.
Yes. All right, we are getting to the end. We've covered all of the main shows and everything.
Absolutely.
I did want to take a quick bit. We'll see how long this goes.
Okay.
So Vinny over at Nextlander did this really cool thing where it was just him, and he did a stream where he was like, I'm just going to kind of go through a bunch of these trailers that we didn't check out at the ones that we talked over. And it was like a 5-hour long stream. I did not watch the entirety of that.
Sure.
But I did end up finding some stuff that looked pretty cool that I added to my wish list. And there's also a couple things that I saw just on my own separately that I want to talk about because they just recently were announced. So Dungeon Lurker, Justin. This is one of those games where they're trying to go for a PS1 aesthetic, specifically the pre-rendered style of PS1 games, not the polygonal style.
Huh.
But the thing that I like about Dungeon Lurker is that it's got this meta narrative where it takes place in the 90s, and you're playing on the console of like some kid that died.
Okay.
And so it's like this fictitious like 32-bit console.
Oh.
It looks really fucking cool.
This does look pretty cool.
Yeah, like the trailer for it actually has like live action bits to it where like the mom is on the phone talking to you, and
we're going very much into like the pony game, Pony Island or whatever. Like that guy, I forgot his name. You know what?
Yes.
Inception. The card game.
Inscription, right? Yeah,
Inscription. I knew it started with an I.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that vibe.
Yeah.
But also with like a really crunchy looking like action RPG / beat 'em up.
Oh yeah, this looks actually pretty cool.
Yes,
this looks like an actual video game.
Yes,
this looks dope.
I'm very much looking forward to this. Bracer is one that I saw today, which is it's like part ball pit, part Vampire Survivors, but the style is more polygonal and it's like 2-player cooperative.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're getting like crazy like power-ups and stuff like that, but it's kind of like almost like a belt scroller where you're at the bottom of the screen.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yes.
Looking at it right now. Yeah.
So that looks kind of cool as well. So I added that to my wish list. No release date yet. The Dark West is a Western-themed Diablo-style action RPG.
Why not?
Has a cool look to it.
Oh yeah, no, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Not your thing, but might be my thing. Again, not a huge Western guy, but I do like me an action RPG.
Yeah. Why not?
This one I'm going to spell for you because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
All right, let's see. Put my typing skills to the test here. Yeah.
Tenebris Somnia. TENEBRIS.
BRIS, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Somnia, SOMNIA.
Yeah. Okay, I found it.
This is a really cool looking point and click adventure game that's a horror game.
I see that.
But it's also got FMV cutscenes, which is kind of a cool fusion of like two different things.
Yeah, as God intended. That's kind of a throwback to those kind of games because they were doing a lot of stuff like that back then. Because I could see a game from the era that this is probably looking to reproduce, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, it's sort of like Phantasmagoria, right? That was the big thing there.
Yes.
Yeah.
First thing that came to mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No,
and then
neat.
This next one is very much like a Vinny game, but I think I might get into this as well.
Okay.
The Lift, Supernatural Handyman Simulator.
All right.
Basically, you play this handyman who is tasked to get this like space facility back up and running after some catastrophe.
Mm.
And they're very big about, we wanted to make everything feel very satisfying and tactile. And I think this is going to be very fun to play on the PS5 with the DualSense, because it's like, we really wanted to make it feel good to like screw things in or push buttons or pull levers and all this stuff. But there's also like electronics that you have to fix. And they said they have like this in-game logic to the way that the circuits and stuff are built. And it's not a thing where it's like everything has like a specific solution. It's like, no, you got to kind of figure things out on your own. And there's multiple ways to fix things.
Oh, that's kind of a neat way to do puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like some sort of weird like horror component to it. You're like the only guy here. You look very much like a handyman, right? You're like middle-aged, heavy set. Right. It looks cool.
Yeah, this does look kind of neat. Yeah. Cool looking art style. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Then there is After Quest, which is I need to see more of it. It's a turn-based RPG, I think, with some roguelike elements to it. It's got some nice pixel art to it, it kind of stood out to me. I wasn't paying full attention to Vinny when he was doing this, but I saw just enough of it to be like, let me add that real quick to take a look at it later.
Yeah, roguelite RPG with tactical turn-based combat. Build your party by choosing 3 heroes from a growing roster. Okay. No, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I found is a game called Revamp. This might actually be interesting to you as well, Justin. You play a vampire who's like lord of a mansion, and you are trying to protect your mansion from heroes that are coming in. And so you kind of build the defenses of your mansion. You kind of like build different rooms, and you equip it with different traps and different monsters. It's kind of part Sims, part Tecmo's Deception.
I was like, is this like a Tecmo's Deception type thing? That's kind of all right. Yeah.
It doesn't seem as wacky as Deception.
No.
But it still looks pretty cool.
This does look pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a 2D side-scrolling thing?
Yes. Yeah, it's all from a 2D perspective.
Oh, so you're essentially doing like you're making your own Castlevania map.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, okay. All right. I will add this. This is pretty dope.
So all of those looked pretty neat to me. And there's one I meant to add it to my thing and I forgot because there's a demo that's available right now. But there's a game coming out called Polyfighter, which is a fighting game roguelike. Okay, so there's a shit ton of roguelites and deck builders coming out right now.
Yeah.
But there's some that are doing some real cool stuff with that. And Polyfighter is one of those where it's like, oh, it's a fighting game, but it's run-based. And you unlock new fighters as you go, but also as you defeat enemies, you gain their special moves to add to your character.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some neat
This
stuff
looks
there.
pretty all right.
And there is a demo available for that. So I want to check that out.
Yeah, why not? I'll add that. That seems pretty neat.
Yeah.
Cool. You can join the Polyfighter playtest. You can request access to it. Interesting. Neat.
Yeah.
This looks pretty all right. I'm down with that. It's a cool idea.
Yeah. A lot of cool stuff. And that's kind of, I've been saying this for years, but that was kind of, again, my big takeaway from all of this stuff. And it's my takeaway, and it has been for the last few years. There is just so much cool shit coming of all shapes and sizes and genres and flavors and budget levels. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you could not find, let's say, 5 games to get excited about, and I think that's like a super low number.
Right.
You should probably take a really long look at like if you like video games anymore, because there's just so much out there that is just I'm so excited for.
If you look around hard enough, you'll find something for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if you're one of those, and for everything, right? I think I did a joke post on Blue Sky today about like a certain type of gamer who's like, oh, indies are the only place where innovation happens, and anything made by a big company is garbage. And then I was like, but then indie games, this is a roguelike deck builder that's about depression. Also, this game is a deck builder roguelike that's also about depression. This is a deck building shooter that's also, and then so on, because it's just like, saw so much of that shit today. I was like, okay.
You'll have that.
But there's a lot of excellent stuff on the horizon. Too much, really.
For sure.
I would actually like them to slow the fuck down so I can catch up. But did you have any closing thoughts on the not E3 stuff or anything that you might have seen, like just offhand, that you forgot about?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. But for the most part, I don't know. Video games are still cool. And that's good. I feel like I could find 5 games to be excited about. I definitely, like I said, I really am excited about Virtua Fighter. I still am way into that whole fucking concept.
Yeah, I gotta take a look at that deep dive on it because I really want to see what exactly that thing is. I mean, I know it's a story mode, but I'm still kind of like unsure about like how it ties into Virtua Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was like a standalone thing away from Virtua Fighter 6, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
That's kind of what I thought too, but yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, overall, I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff coming out that seems cool. I'm definitely, like I said, Fire Emblem is going to be fun. I'll probably be playing that. That'll probably be my September game. I think we've covered most of it for the most part that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think he's wrapping up. Let's see what he's got to say. Well, it feels like we've just gotten started, but it's time to wrap up this year's Summer Game Awards Fest 3. Special thanks as always to the Stage Select for allowing us the use of this wonderful theater. Thanks to all the industry C-suite people that I love more than my own children. And thanks to all of you for continuing to eat shit up like it's ice cream. As always, don't think, just consume. Everything's fine. Don't pay attention to anything besides the bright colors and electronic music. See you next year. I think that's a show, Justin.
I think that's a show, Julian. I think we can leave.
Yeah.
Do we have to clean up after them, or do they have to do it?
I mean, Abramo's kind of on top of. They got some of their own cleaning people, but they also rented out Abramo.
I was just gonna say. I mean, it seems unfair to him. So
I mean, he gets paid. He gets a bonus for it.
Probably gets a switchblade. He's getting ripped off. I'm telling you.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. We should probably keep him away from Jacob.
Yeah, he's in the building, so gotta watch out for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Abramo makes bad decisions when Jacob Washington is around.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
It's tough to say.
Yeah. Thanks, as always, to the wonderful Megan McDuffie for our theme song and interstitial tracks, even though that was not part of this episode. Thanks to friend of the show, John Gholson, for being our announcer and providing us with our logo and artwork for most episodes. Thanks to you for listening to the show. This was a lot of fun to put together, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it. It's one of those weird things where it's like, this is always one of my favorite things to do every year, but I know especially people who listen to multiple video game podcasts, are like, I don't need to hear every single podcast go in depth on all this stuff, but
right.
It's my Christmas and Super Bowl all wrapped into one. We at least
try to make it more interesting than them.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think you're going to get quite this type of coverage of this stuff.
You're not going to get a reveal of the video games machine anywhere else.
That was exclusive. Right now.
Exclusive to here.
That was a scoop.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thanks to Jacob Washington. I mean, technically it wasn't our scoop. It was Keith's, but still.
Yeah, but you know, what are you going to do?
Live vicariously through him. It's fine.
Yeah, basically. That's fine.
Check out the Patreon if you're so inclined. We'll be recording our next Suffer Select soon, and then getting ready for the July edition of Cinemorons, which is going to be RoboCop, which I'm very excited for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. People in the Discord were very shocked. They were like, they haven't seen RoboCop?
No, I've never seen it. No.
And I haven't seen it as an adult. I
know.
I started to watch it on Netflix one night, and I watched a little bit of it and then decided to go to bed. Yeah. And that was the last attempt.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, I've never seen it. I'm fascinated by it. I was never allowed when it was popular, and then just never, for whatever reason, watched it. So very much looking forward to seeing whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but that's going to do it for this edition of the Stage Select. I've been Julian Titus. He's been Justin Ham. Very special thanks to Keigh Geoffley for renting the theater once again this year. We've been the Stage Select. Signing off.
Uh-huh.
Thought I was the final boss? You may have bested me, but just try and stop my final failsafe, the Ultra Mega Magna Demon!
Oh man, it's too late. I'm not gonna do that.
What?
No, I'm just gonna go to bed. Actually, I got things to do in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this right now.
But what?
Yeah, I mean, you took a little long with the monologuing thing and all that stuff. I'm kind of tired. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow or something.
You can't just turn your system off and walk away!
But be careful. Only the red cards will go on the black cards, and only the black cards will go on the red cards.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry about that.
No, that's my fault.